picture.
Hello. All right. Hello, everybody. Apologies. We were having some technical difficulties. Uh, now that we are finally in the game, we'll just quickly go over everything that we were just talking about for the last 10 minutes. Basically, we've just found out that the video on demands only stay for 2 weeks. We are going to start recording these sessions and downloading the videos on demand to implement on a YouTube channel at a later date. Unfortunately, the only ones that we have will be this week and last week's. Um, now that we have the stream up, just a quick recap. The party has left the city of Havrin after successfully returning from the Lost Mines of Nazareth, where they eradicated the Drow who had taken hold there in the Dwarven sacred crypt and discovered enough metal to properly fund the town for the future for a while. That being said, they are now traveling to the elven city of Thanolar after having received a missive from a group of rangers requesting their aid. The town as a whole has agreed that helping the town will be beneficial because they want to make an alliance with the previously hostile elves. That being said, we are being joined by our 6th member today, Xeris. Kitsu, do you want to describe your character for the stream?
I'm a tiefling ranger, and I like fish. And I like fishing, and I like nature and shooting stuff with a bow until it's dead. Hello.
Excellent description. Alright, so they previously fought a vicious, sentient form of cave moss that nearly killed a member of their party. It did destroy
a member of our party.
Correct. It did kill the wizard's familiar owl, Poe. So now there is a new owl named Kanye, I am seeing. Are you sure it's not just Yay now? Is it Kanye or is it just Yay?
It's likely that if it gets killed several times over this session, then the next one will probably just be Yay.
Okay, great. So it's Kanye for right now. Alright. So, presently, they are attempting to navigate another day into the woods. With Natural Explorer, it is true that you can't become lost except by magical means. However, you are still navigating to the location that you need to go to. So, making your way safely there is just as important. So, if you do use Natural Explorer, I'll say that it gives you advantage on your survival check to make sure that you get there safely.
Okay, cool.
That's cool.
Or not your survival check. Sorry, your navigation check.
Nice of you. All right, cool. You do that. You help us. Do we just like run into you outside the other end of the cave, or like how?
Something like that. Yeah, I was out here fishing actually. Kind of got turned around.
We like stumble out of the cave, like sweating and swearing and crying about our poor dead owl friend, and you're just like, "What's up?"
Fishing rod over his shoulder. Oh, hey guys.
Yep.
Standing ankle deep in the water, being like, "Whoa."
All right. So, those of you who are the person who is navigating, roll me a wisdom check with advantage if you have proficiency in the navigator's tools, or if you have natural guider or guidance or natural explorer. Thank you. There we go. If you have natural explorer, make your roll with advantage.
Okay, do the thing. Meow.
How do we do the thing?
Hover over your character token and click on it. You should see skills. Not survival. There's also checks. You'll do wisdom.
What do you want? Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Wisdom. And how do you roll with advantage?
Oh, it'll pop up a window.
Check. And public. Advantage.
14. All right. 14. You start to kind of navigate your way through. We'll see what happens. Good to know. Okay. So, everybody else, or is anyone foraging?
Yes, I will forage.
Yeah.
All right, roll me your foraging checks, please.
Okay. All right.
What do I roll again? Survival.
Correct.
Are we outside the cave?
Survival or nature?
Or...
Yes, sorry, this is Theater of the Mind presently. I don't have a map for every square inch of the forest.
Okay. Why not? You what the hell?
Oh, what? Who earns? rolled a 1.
Alright, Harris. As you are navigating through, you manage
No, I'm
to...
foraging.
Forage, thank you. As you are foraging, you trip and skin your knee for 1 damage.
Oh.
1 damage or 1 temporary damage?
1 damage.
Boo.
Oh.
I mean, if you've got temp HP, it takes it from your temp HP, but you shouldn't have that after your long rest unless someone casts a spell on you.
Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty
Anime's
rude
got
that I'm
heroism
actually
up all the time.
Oh, sorry,
On
not
who?
temporary. That's not what I'm trying to say.
On Varys. Because that was
Oh.
what was last decided.
Oh, you're just constantly casting it on me.
Yeah, because it's a freebie, so Anime got your back.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Well, in that case,
First thing in the morning, she's waking you up like chop chop. Where's my temp HP? Cast a spell.
Oh,
it's
but Varys is
especially
up
funny
early already,
because
it's
Varys
fine.
is an elf, so Varys only needs 4 hours of trance a night. So I'm just like sitting there in the morning, just waiting. Be like, is it too early? Is it too early? Is it too early? It's like 3 in the morning. Is it
8
too
hours
early?
of sleep.
Ah, yes,
What a
me as a
twist.
child with my childhood friends being like, Mom, I'm gonna go see if so-and-so is up to play. And she's like, it is 5:30 in the morning. You cannot go over to their house to wake them up to see if they can play. Well, why not? When can I go? And it's like, try like 10. I'm like, but that's forever
Several
from
hours
now.
from now.
Oh, I can't do that. I've got ADHD.
It's true. I only have 32 of 28 hit points left.
Oh no.
Or however will you go on?
Oh,
Dang,
but at
that
the
was-
No, that's
beginning
not
of
how it
every
works.
turn, at the beginning of every turn, you go back up to 5 temp
Yeah,
HP.
So depending how long it takes me to forage, I'll be fine.
I'll say that like it refreshes back up whenever you've returned from foraging.
Yay!
All right. Anybody else making foraging checks?
Please do.
Yeah. So quick question, because I picked up some new tool proficiencies, but I currently don't have Weaver's tools or herbalism kits.
You don't need the
in
tools
my
on you
inventory.
to forage, just proficiency.
Right. So, what do you want me to roll? Because I usually roll it through like an item in my inventory.
Yeah, you're going to roll just the skill associated with it.
Right.
So you
Is
can
this for
you can do
herbalism? What are you
survival
looking
or
for?
nature for your foraging.
Nature. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm
Can-
going.
Anime
this.
is finished with all her maps, and you seem to be foraging for things that might aid yourself/the party. Can she help you for the day? Go around and help you pick herbs and stuff.
Yes, you would
Sure.
roll your survival or nature with disadvantage because you're not proficient in the tool. But that would be just a secondary roll in addition to doggos.
I'm going to have.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna
Nice
have.
anime.
I'm going to be looking for stuff for weavers,
Okay.
basically weaving reagents,
Alright.
and I'm gonna have Kanye also search for weaving reagents as well.
Okay, have Kanye make his own check.
Ooh, okay, maybe Kanye will roll better than me.
Sorry, while you're
Sorry,
doing
what are you
that,
looking for?
Kiva.
Weavers, or are you rolling for? Who
Yeah,
had herbalism?
Okay.
I also
was
have
that
her.
Kitsune?
Kiva?
Yes, go ahead.
In
Sorry.
the stream, you're on the music tab, not the chat tab.
Oh.
So they can't see anything in the chat.
Sorry about that, everybody. There we go. Chat is
So
now
Got
up.
your back, everyone.
So for Kanye, would it still be survival or nature?
Yes. Although since they're not proficient, it would just be intelligence or wisdom.
So Anime
Gotcha.
was going to help somebody forage for herbs or whatever. Was that not what
Okay.
you were doing?
Yes,
That is what I'm
Anime
doing.
is helping also with the forge. So you have rolled your help. Now he is rolling Kanye helping.
Yeah, oh yeah, so I thought Ayura said that they're looking for weaver's supplies.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so
That's
that's
what I'm
different to herbs and that sort of stuff. I thought you were foraging for the help of the party.
Right, quick.
Well-
if I'm navigating, can I forge too, or am I focused on? just
You're focused on
navigation?
navigating.
Okay.
Okay,
'Cause
Can I
as they-
forest for them instead then?
that's fine.
Since
as
Kitsune.
they-
I
Just
think you
do
can help
general
whoever
herbs.
it is looking for. That.
Yeah, you've already made your roll. I assume you're looking for herbalism stuff, which is fine.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
you
Just put in
managed
the
to
party
find
tab. Yep.
10 gold pieces worth of herbalism reagents. Kanye manages to find 10 gold pieces worth of Weaver's Tools reagents.
Thank you.
Alright. Varys did not find anything. Rolian, are
Sorry,
you
I
doing
heard
any
my name.
foraging?
What?
I just said you
Found some
didn't find
blood.
anything.
No.
No.
I found some cool looking rocks.
Ooh,
Alright.
very nice.
Wait, cool looking rocks.
Yeah,
I'll
now I
find
can propose to my penguin wife.
Yeah. You had to pick the cool little rocks out of your abrasion that you got from skinning your knee.
No, see, I fell over and skinned my knee, and then I found some cool rocks.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
it worked out
that
pretty
Well,
well.
under your knee. Yeah.
It's alright, it's fine.
That's right. Becky loves the blue.
What an interesting
Can I forge
transportation
for,
method. Very nice.
All right, Rolian, what are you foraging for?
cool rocks.
I mean, sure.
Those are mine.
Are you making
Can I have them?
Are you looking for smithing specifically?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, go ahead. Roll your survival or your not your survival, your survival or nature check. Lord,
Oh.
Does anyone have the ability to change the party resources?
everybody
yes,
should.
I do.
Oh, I don't. Sorry. Could
Oh.
somebody add in 10 gold to herbalism, please?
Yep, I'll do it. Wait, why is
Thank
it going
you.
to party resources?
Oh, because anime can't use them. I thought we were getting them for Kitsune.
All right, there you go. 10 herbalism
For
reagents grabbed. All right,
Once we-
Rolian, you have not managed to find any blacksmithing resources. All right, Hisbar, are you looking for anything?
Well, I'm not particularly proficient in any tools.
Right.
Is
So
there any foraging I can do besides that?
yes, but you would have disadvantage on your rolls as well.
You know what? Sure. Let's give it a go.
Okay.
Why not?
If it works for anime, 17 on disadvantage, it can work for you too.
Yep. So
I believe. Oh, whoops. Ignore that. Let's re-roll this with disadvantage. Hey, it's the same.
hey, all right. So you managed to find 10 gold pieces worth of reagents. For what'd you roll for herbalism?
Yes, that's correct.
So you guys
So
have
10
found
more to.
a total of 20 today. All right.
I was
So
gonna say, I can manage that if you want, because I have access to it.
okay, that's fine. All right. So as the day comes to a close, what is your sleeping order or your watch order?
Lady elves.
I can go first if you want.
I only need 4 hours sleep, so whatever you want me to do.
I'll most likely take
Anime
first
will
watch.
take the first dawn shift where there's light.
I volunteer as tribute.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so I've got thus far.
You, Ethan, is it around there?
Whee!
Is anyone else having the stream drop out?
I'm seeing it as being blurry on my screen. Apparently, there's a setting for that for other people, where the quality you have to pick a quality.
Yeah, they can change the source. Auto just goes by whatever you can handle.
Correct.
So if yours is going from blurry to loading, you have to just decrease the video quality.
All right, so
Because it's entirely possible it's just my connection.
that is the
That
watch
could be
order
yours.
that I've got set. is Kitsu, Dagu, Ethan, Natalie, Varys, in that order.
I love how like you use my character name and nobody else's character.
I know. I don't know why I did that.
It means I'm playing good.
Because your name is hidden in
Okay,
secrets.
so- Is
Well,
that
darkness.
correct? Is that an accurate watch order?
Is Varys happy to do like 3 out of 5 shifts?
What?
Since you don't need sleep.
I'll,
To help,
I'll hang
you know.
around and supervise.
Okay.
I'll double up on some other people's shift. Yes.
So, in the middle of the night, his bar, you find that a shadow is kind of moving about within the brush. As it breaks from the brush, it appears to be a young elven girl in a white dress, and she rushes to you, crying and very frantic. Oh, thank goodness, I got lost. I can't find my mom and dad. Please, please help me.
This is
Oh my
definitely
gosh.
not a trap.
Do we all hear this, or
Right now, you are all asleep. If his bar chooses to wake you up, that's fine.
No, I immediately rushed to comfort her.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
She thanks you, and she goes, "Please, can you take me back home? It's just in the forest, just a little ways. I'm scared to go by myself. Please."
I understand. Here, give me a sec. I'll grab my boots.
All right.
My second pair of boots.
You're going to abandon watch?
And then,
And then
no,
his
I'm
bar
gonna take.
died.
No, this is all a cunning ruse. No, I'm going to the party to. I'm going to like wake up someone to take over my shift. Is what I'm planning to do. So I'm in the middle of the watch. So probably anime, I suppose. Wake up anime early.
Yeah.
You're not going to wake up the elf. to
Anime
deal
who
with
had the
elf
dawn
child?
shift, which means she will not get any sleep tonight.
Well, you're planning to do a watch shift anyway, right?
They're the dawn shifts, so the last shift, basically.
Oh.
So if you wake me up,
Oh,
she
okay.
won't get any sleep, won't get her spells, etc.
Okay, I understand this. So I'd go after Varys then, which is the next one in line.
Yeah.
All right. As you turn to wake up Varys, the little girl jumps on your back, piggyback style, and like clings onto you.
Ah.
And she goes,
now do
like-
we hear him?
"Yay, piggyback ride! Thank you for helping me."
And I like stumble my way over. So this is before I wake up Varys? So
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I stumble my way over with the child on my back, which is like almost twice the size of me.
No,
thin?
she's actually pretty light right now. She's probably I want to say 30 or 40 pounds, maybe at the most. She appears like about the same size as like a 5-year-old human.
So she's the same size, but she's lighter. Nice.
Lighter and smaller. Like, not size category wise, but smaller height wise.
I do want to point out that none of my companions can be surprised.
That is correct.
So you would be aware before she jumps on you that she's going to jump on you.
Well, more that she wouldn't get a surprise round if she attacked him, which she is not.
It doesn't say you can't be surprised in combat. It just says you can't be surprised.
Well, the surprise
It's one of those
condition,
niggly things.
the surprise condition refers to the surprise round in combat. Whenever
Ugh.
someone says
I
surprise,
hate it when words mean things other than what the word means.
I know, it is kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, it would be like, oh, they can't be surprised, and so, like, they walk into the bar, and everyone's like, happy birthday! And they're all like, yeah, I'm not surprised. It doesn't, that's not what it means.
Dang!
It just
I think it's more
makes
about like detecting like killing intent. It's like that sort of deal.
Exactly.
Rubbish!
Keywords, basically.
But yeah, either way, I'm not going to punch the child away. So yes, she can
Yeah.
she can steal me. And I'll like hobble
Thank
my way over
goodness.
to Varys and like nudge them awake with my boot.
I wake up instantly.
We have some company.
Hello!
Like,
I I'm immediately suspicious about there being an elven child wandering unaccompanied in the woods, and I would like to. What roll I would make? Insight?
Yes, it would be
Maybe?
an insight check.
Alright. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not doing well today.
Seems like a normal elven child. I mean, one that was previously scared, but is now happy to have found people to help her get back home.
This is normal. All right.
I mean, as normal as finding a lost child in the woods is.
Yeah.
Like,
this is fine.
Yeah. Alright. Cool. I would like to ask her questions about where she came from, specifically, and where we need to go to get her back home, and how far away it is, those sort of things.
Yeah.
She says that she thinks that her house is about an hour walk away. She says the last place that she remembered coming, the direction she remembered coming from, being to the northeast. She doesn't say northeast, she points in the direction of northeast.
I mean, she's an elf, she could totally say northeast.
She's like, yeah, okay, fair enough. Anyway, so yes, northeast.
Oh, I thought you said northwest.
That's a real thing.
Nonetheless, she
Oh,
points
wow.
in the direction of northeast.
Yeah.
She seems a little bit shyer from Varys. She seems more attached to Hisbar.
She's shyer about the elf? That's a worry.
I mean, he just woke you up. You've got knives and stuff. It's,
So does he.
Does Hisbar have knives on him? I thought Hisbar had a staff for his main weapon.
Yeah, yeah, mace. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rounded
Nice.
stuff.
A big spiky ball.
No, it's not Morningstar. It's like one of those like rounded, like,
It's a stick with a ball on
nodule. Yeah. But yeah, I'm like, are you really lost? Is it dangerous along the way or something?
I wasn't supposed to go out into the woods, but it was so pretty tonight with the moon, and I just started walking, and then I turned around and I couldn't see my house no more, so I kept trying to find it, and then I found you guys.
God, I really wish I'd rolled higher than a 7, because it doesn't
Mind you,
make any
Kiba, I'm
sense.
also... Okay. Prehensile warning of my character sleeps in, like, absolute, like, dark, so people and things can't see her.
Okay.
So, she's definitely using that Gloomstalker feature that she has, where people can't see her in the dark.
That's
For a
fine.
second I was like, how does that work? I'm like, oh, it's magic.
It's a Gloomstalker feature of, like, if any creature or person relies on dark vision to see her, and she's not in any kind of light, then she is completely invisible to them.
Nice. So I can't see you either.
Correct.
Well, fantastic.
Why
Well,
don't you trust us?
You are presently still
You know
asleep.
where I am, but yes. I just wanted to put that there ahead of time of, like, just in case shit happens.
That's fair. I mean, assuming you're all within 30 feet of me, because we can't see the map. I assume you are, because that's generally how camping works. Yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay.
Everyone
I'll make
huddle around Varys. They have a magic dagger.
Well, I have a suggestion. How about we wait until dawn? It'll be easier to find our way back to your home then.
Okay, I guess that's okay. But Mom's probably going to be really upset if she wakes up and I'm not there.
She's going to be upset if she wakes up to a bunch of strangers coming into her house as well.
That would be pretty awkward. Oh.
We wait for dawn.
Okay then. I will teach her how to play a gnomish card game.
She's not wanting to let go of your back. And she goes, no, we need to go back now!
Is your mother really that scary?
Yes, and also, I'm scared. I just want to go
How
home.
old is this child?
As far as you know, she's about 5 or 6.
She's an elf. How old is this child?
About 5 or 6.
Oh, this is
I don't like
yeah.
it.
Wait, how old
As
is
an
she?
elf.
No, I'm kidding.
Are you
I wanna
talking in
roll
human
it.
years or elf years, Kiba?
Either one, because elves,
Yeah.
they
What?
like yes,
They
elves.
age the same way humans do.
Yeah, for the most part. And then whenever they reach, like, I think it's 100 years is when they're considered, like, adults, but they physically mature at about the same rate.
Yes.
Oh,
So, yeah, she's about 5 or
That's
6.
what I was
Bad.
asking. Like, just because she appears 5 or 6, like, how old is she? Okay, she's actually 5 or 6.
Yes.
she's like infant then? Question mark. Okay.
She's like an older toddler, like a normal 5 or 6 year old.
In size.
Let's start.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll start jangling some keys. Here.
She kind of
You
digs her heels into, like, your sides, and she's like, I don't want keys, I want to go home!
Now do I hear
Okay.
her? She's screaming.
Roll me a perception check, -10.
Oh god.
I want to do that too.
Go ahead.
16.
That's
Or
-10?
Uh,
6.
Wait, I'm confused. Everyone else is asleep.
Yes, if they're
So,
asleep, the
Spooky's
perception
bar
check's at a
embarrassed.
-10.
yeah.
Wow.
Can I
I'm gonna
roll
wake
that
everybody
for
up.
my? Can I roll that for my owl too? And see how
Yes.
that goes.
That's fine.
Cool.
Your owl wouldn't have the -10 though, because familiars don't need to sleep.
Fair enough. Oh.
You've still
Huh.
got. Oh no, hang on.
Let me see what.
You get 12 then, right? Or are you gonna re?
Actually, I'll say that
Oh,
Kanye
was a
wakes you
zero.
up. He can probably hear her without having to make a perception check. She's not being quiet. So Kanye
if only he could.
pecks at your head to wake you up.
Oh my
Stay
god!
on your
What,
face.
Kanye? What in the fresh hell is this? It's the middle of the night.
I want to go
You're a very
home.
angry, yelling child. I'm going to attempt to pull her off. His bar. I don't know what I need to roll to do that.
It would be a strength check.
Strength.
Manhandle the child. No.
Any skills?
Mm-mm.
Or just
Just strength.
Maybe athletics if you have it.
Well, that's what I was asking.
No, just strength.
Okay.
19.
All right. She is now screeching as you pull her from his back. And
Can everybody roll initiative?
she now wraps her arms around you and starts, like, shaking your shirt. Take me home! Take me home!
I do want to point out that I pulled her off, like,
She's
you
a
know,
very...
like you
Fine.
see in TV shows how, like, people don't know what to do with kids and they hold them at, like, arm's length.
Yeah, she has moved.
I'm like, ugh.
She has moved in a surprisingly agile manner to wrap her arms around you and is now in piggyback style on your back.
You got no chill.
And she now weighs about 60 pounds.
What?
Wait. What?
How did
totally
she
enough.
get from my hands to my back? Wouldn't she have to oppose a grapple check?
She just made her roll, and she succeeded.
But I
Oh,
didn't
invisible.
Well, you managed to pull her off, now you have to make a roll to escape her grapple.
Okay.
One more roll.
It will be with disadvantage.
Ah.
Can I use acrobatics?
Yes, with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Ugh. I would like to start lecturing her in Elven about how she's being
Alright.
Bratish.
she's being a pain and she's bringing dishonor to her family.
As you start lecturing her, her grip around you tightens, and you cough a little. She's not suffocating you, but she is making it difficult to breathe. And she goes, I want to go home! I want to go home! And it is getting louder and more repetitive. Those of you who are still asleep, please make your rolls with -10 at advantage.
Is she weirdly strong? Does it seem?
Yes.
Can I roll another
Here's-
insight check?
I mean, yeah, you can. Sorry, Zara.
His bot.
Nothing.
Am I the only one noticing that?
All right.
Oh, for God's sake!
Rolian.
What is my roll?
Oh wait, no, I rolled not 20.
Yeah, Rolian, you are awake. Everybody else is still asleep.
I thought I got the 10. I was like, wow, I rolled a 0.
No, I rolled a 10 somehow, even though I have +5.
There's no way you can have an 18. You need to negative 10 from that.
have a
But it is a nat
-0.
20, so.
The power of adrenaline is strong.
Well,
I wake
Rolian
up, I'm
rolled
like-
with advantage.
Correct.
Why the
Rolian
fuck?
woke up.
Yeah, but he rolled with
I
advantage.
wake up, I'm looking around.
So
like, why
everyone's
the
rolling
fuck
with
are y'all
advantage, carry
being
on
so
at a minus
loud?
10.
I thought I was gonna get
Wake
a
up,
good night's
samurai.
sleep. I didn't volunteer for the watch shift, and I'm still waking up.
It's alright. Waking up doesn't break a long rest. It's just when you do strenuous activities is when that
Like
happens.
fighting.
Like ripping a not
still don't
actually
like
an elf
waking
child
up.
off of
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah, it's not the best.
Hisbar, are you gonna help me, or?
If I must, I'm gonna cast a spell.
Spell?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that start initiative? If we go
I
to
mean,
combat?
I'm not planning to wail on the kid. I just want to like, paralyze or like calm them down.
What
Well,
spell are
I-
you gonna use?
The answer to this is yes, depending on how Kiba wants to play the girl.
That gives me an idea, actually. What are you planning on doing? Well, Isbar, do what you're gonna do, and then I think I have an idea of what I can do.
Sure. I want to calm emotions.
Yeah, that works too.
So I want to chill her out on a charisma save.
Okay.
Wait, if she's an elf, I thought she couldn't be charmed.
They can be charmed.
just-
They get
just to slip.
advantage against charm.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think this is a charm effect though. Doesn't seem to be.
Might be one of those like weird.
Doesn't seem to be.
It is
no,
not.
it's not a charm
Okay.
spell. It says it can suppress effects, causing
Yeah.
charm or effect.
She resists the effects of your spell,
Oh, no.
and give me a moment. She goes, "I want to go home now."
Right.
I hope you appreciate
Okay.
the sacrifice I'm making for you, Hisbar.
So
I
Look,
feel like you brought
We're
this
all
upon
awake.
yourself though.
we might as. If we're all awake, I feel like we might as well just bring her home. Where do you, I'll ask her. Where do you live?
Hold on a sec.
We've already covered this.
All right,
I was
don't-
asleep.
You don't
Varys.
afford a tantruming child.
Varys,
I know all about being a parent.
Varys, she bites you for 5 piercing damage.
What the fuck? Are these fangs?
Wouldn't that count as combat?
I mean, if you want
Yeah.
to start combat with the child now, she just bit you and is saying, "I want to go home now. Take me now," and then she bites you.
If it's dealing damage, isn't that combat?
Yes, if you would like to initiate combat, we can initiate combat.
Or you can just do an action as you wish. So
The
pick a
reason
thing.
I'm asking
Can I
is
make a
because if
suggestion?
she's causing harm to me,
Hmm.
there are things I need to do.
She
And-
has
Suggestion: everyone just roll initiative, and then you can decide what the child does, what they do. It doesn't have to be a fighting initiative.
That's fine. We can do that.
Yes. We basically
Yeah,
already have
let's
initiative. It's
do
just a
that.
loose one, so we don't have to worry about rolls really. So you just go
Okay,
ahead and
just
do your
start a
thing.
fight, roll for initiative.
Yeah, so it's,
All right, so everybody roll your initiatives.
Oof.
if we're asleep, I don't think we get initiative. So I think it's just
Yeah, you
Varys and
still get initiative. You
Hisbar.
just don't get to do
I-
anything during your
Oh,
turn.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yep, and then when it's our
I-
turn, we try and wake up or whatever. Gotcha.
I was waiting for a gap, but I was gonna have Kanye go over and wake up Anime because Kanye can't see Zerus.
That's the
So
That's the girl.
If it's nighttime, who can see? No one.
The other reason I'm asking is that if combat is starting, everyone is going to wake up.
Not
As part of
necessarily.
the
We
feel
still
like
roll.
Her arms
The
are so
weapon
short and
magically
stubby,
awakens
but
you
she's
and your
super
companions
tall.
within range if any of you are sleeping
Ah,
when combat
Ah.
begins. So yes, it's important.
Yes, everybody does wake up.
okay.
She has made an attack. So yes, everyone
Thank
is now awake.
Okay.
Now we
Basically, you all get a psychic sense in your head. One of your party members has just taken damage, and you are now all awake.
How is she over there?
I'm just putting her on the field. I happen.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
We're
whoa,
not on a
that's
map.
range.
We're not on a map yet.
That's a serious range. She's on my back, but she's over there.
her neck elongates
Her
and bites you.
protrude
She's
forward
like a
and bite you.
spider lady, like from anime. Not
Oh.
anime.
Anime's anime.
Anime, not anime.
Alright, so
Yeah, those are the same things.
They're the same words.
I don't understand.
Not to be confused with, her twin sister, Anime.
Anime.
Or Andy May.
Varys, you are now
My
awake.
brother.
Cool.
I was awake already.
True.
Yeah, I'm saying
Varys.
Varys.
Sorry.
Varys.
This is gonna be a problem.
Oh, it's a good
Oh.
okay.
This is
Um,
fine.
Oh
My
no.
hearing is good. There will not be a problem.
I'd presume that since I guess I'm still technically in the dark, I guess they wouldn't know that I'm right there. So I'm just gonna hold my shot, and depending what the party's doing about this girl, depends on if I let this arrow go or not.
Okay, give me a specific. What action are you preparing? And what is
I'm
the trigger?
preparing a
Attack?
what's the thing called? I just had a sharpshooter shot at this girl, and should she attack someone again, I will be shooting her.
Can you not? Hang on a second. That's a very loose. That's very
It's
loose
not. It's
condition.
if the girl bites somebody or attacks someone again and does damage. So the keyword being, if she damages a party member, then I will shoot them with a sharpshooter shot. Simple as that.
So, hold on. You don't just start. You don't just start shooting arrows at
Hawk on your
children that
turn.
bite
He's
people.
readying his
why I-
action.
It's not.
Yeah.
You
This is
can't
readying
reason
an
this
action. I'm not
out.
just shooting someone out of the blue.
So
You
Varys.
can't reason this out.
It is Varys' choice what Varys does on her turn. So,
Yes, I am holding my action for that
I can
specific
talk to
trigger.
her
Thank you.
Cool.
and say
yes,
not
but
to
you
do
also
it.
can't see her.
You can't see her. You don't know that she's readying an action. Like
Yeah,
she
that's the
hasn't
thing.
done anything yet.
Correct.
And
She's like
stepped
Batman.
up, so you
Yes.
can't see
I am the darkness.
Alright.
She is the dark.
Varys, it is your
Technically,
turn.
it's just perception at disadvantage or whatever, isn't it? In the dark, or is it just
No,
like you can't
because you
see?
I'm
can't
straight
sense
invisible.
an action, and also she is a magical ability.
Yep.
Invisible. Yeah.
She's not in the normal dark. She's in magic dark.
I'm not.
Okay,
magic
and
dark.
if someone
I'm
turns
in
on a
normal dark.
light, we'll guess we'll see what happens.
In terms of being able to see you, you're in magic dark.
Yes. Alright, Varys, it is your turn.
I mean, I want to flip her off me, but I don't know how to do that.
Just suplex the bitch.
It would be an acrobatics check, but you have disadvantage.
Why do I have disadvantage?
Reasons.
Because she's supernaturally strong, the child? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm saying reasons.
You're implying things with your words, good sir.
Am
There
I
are reasons.
incapacitated?
You're not incapacitated, just grabbed.
I really don't like this child.
Yeah, she's a bit lame. You know she's gonna be like, the child of the super elf, and that's why she's so bratty and amazing.
She's gonna be
Yeah.
not an elf. That's what she's gonna be. For fuck's sake. I have +7. How am I doing this badly?
That's a 2 for you.
Alright. She is clinging on very tightly. You cannot get her off of your back. And she starts digging her heels into your side. She's not attacking you, but kind of like whenever a kid is playing horse. Like, Horsey, get up. She's going like, take me home.
Keeper's enjoying this way too much.
I'm gonna yell, get this child off me!
Rolling.
Alright. Standing up. It's dark. People are being loud and annoying.
And I've just yelled, get
Gonna take out. Gonna just casually take out my sword, hold it beside me, go light, and emit 30 feet of bright light and then 30 feet of dim light around me so I can fucking see.
Alright. Now they can see you.
That's a
Kitsu.
bonus action.
Yeah, I see that.
I look at This elf.
Wait,
child,
hold on. The light spell is a bonus action?
No, it's part of the sword, isn't it?
Cause the
Oh,
sword
with the
has
sword.
an ability
Yeah.
where you can make it shed bright light.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. It is now
It's
doing
not a
that.
spell. Yeah.
Alright.
I look at this elf child. Now, I was warned, I think it was either the day before or previously to that aberrations might come towards me because of the crystal that I had. Can I try to investigate her, see if she's like disguising herself with any
Wait,
kind of magic
hold
or
on.
something like
Because
that?
of the what that you have?
Yeah,
Crystal
the,
thing?
the
He's
crystal
talking about
shard.
the crystal
Oh,
that I
yeah,
identified.
that the Dolkori may come for you, correct. It would be
Yeah.
a insight check to see if this is one of the Dolkor.
Can I, if somebody was to cast a spell like disguise self or use other means of hiding their true appearance, it would be an investigation check in order to see through that, wouldn't it? Can I try doing that?
No, it is an insight check.
Hmm.
I'm almost certain it's investigation, but okay.
What if you
For
instead
disguise
were
self,
like,
yes, but for this, it is an insight check.
oh. So there's nothing that can be found like appearance wise of like clothing in disorder or things like that.
Correct.
It's like, oh,
It is
okay.
an insight check here.
The
Oh well.
DM has spoken.
If you don't wish to do that, you may try something else.
You could get this child off me like I've asked.
You could try an intimidator, or some sort of
No.
words no good. Yes. True. No mage hand for this
Correct.
one.
The child is presently 60 pounds.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
I'll just ask her real quick. What's your name? I'll ask her. What's your name? Where do you live?
My name's Maylin.
How'd you get here?
I live about an hour that way. And she points to the northeast. I just want to go home.
We
Fine.
can take you home if you promise to stop fighting.
Yes, just take me home now.
Oh, okay, fine. But you have to get off Varys. You have to get off Varys first. Yeah.
But
like point.
But my feet hurt. I need someone to carry me.
Your feet hurt? Eh? Can we see anything weird about her feet? What's going on there?
I mean, who knows how long she's been walking around in the ground, in the forest. Could have stepped in some thorns. Could be anything.
Oh.
Could be lying. Can I do an insight roll?
On your turn.
Oh. Alright, so it's rolling and skipping, I think he said.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Rollian.
Please confirm.
Rollian.
Oh.
Are you going to carry her?
Sure, I'll offer to carry her.
Hey.
Okay. She climbs off of Varys and onto Rollian's back and holds on to him. All right, let's go! And she points to the northeast.
Alright, can we come out of initiative?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, Rollian, do you start taking her in the direction she pointed?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, crumple.
How many people are coming with me?
I was going to ask, is anybody coming with you?
Camp or anything? Are we just gonna walk out with the fire burning?
Let's
We have a
let's
fire
hastily
burning,
pack up
we're in
camp.
darkness.
We're camping.
I thought we were in darkness.
Well,
I mean, you're
Mine-
literally on the glowing sword.
So, Kitsu was in her tent in order to take advantage of that darkness.
Yes.
Oh, what? Kitty was in a whole separate tent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys aren't like all sleeping
What?
in the same tent.
Jeez.
I didn't even know we had a tent. I thought we were just like in sleeping bags outside.
What do you have in your inventory?
Yeah, you might not have a tent.
I'm just rocking basic bedroll, personally.
Yeah, I just have a bedroll.
Okay, yeah, you have a bedroll.
I'm invisible underneath the covers.
You guys have tents?
God, now I can only think of that meme. Tents? I just have a bedroll. You guys got bedrolls?
Yeah.
You guys have been
Right.
sleeping?
Hey guys, how you explain? You have a tent? All I have is a bedroll. Bedroll, all I have is a stack of hail. Wait, you guys are
You
sleeping
guys
on
go.
stuff?
You guys have rocks to sleep on?
I haven't slept in 12 years.
All right, so
Imagine actually
who all
getting
is
sleep.
who's going with Rollium?
Oh, go ahead.
I think everyone's.
Oh, go.
I think we're all gonna go. My question is, are we gonna like pack up camp and stuff first,
Yeah.
or are we just gonna
Hey,
leave
no.
all of our stuff here?
Hastily pack
Most
up.
let's-
likely,
Yeah,
most
let's-
likely we should pack up
All right,
because it sounds like it's about an hour walk, so probably be best to pack up.
someone should probably wake up Anime.
Anime's
Yes,
when we're in
I
combat.
was.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Anime.
Everyone
should
woke
wake up.
up. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're
I
right.
haven't had
Yeah.
my initiative turn yet, so I've just been quietly listening, and then it seemed to resolve itself. So.
All right.
Yeah.
So everyone packs up. Rollian, yours is kind of a bit more difficult because the child's not willing to let go of you.
Uh-huh.
You do manage
Fine,
to get
I
it.
got a bedroll.
Yeah, you rolled up your bedroll, all good. Okay, so as you guys are kind of walking through the thing, Rollian, make me a strength check.
Right quick,
Oh.
Eva. I'm gonna hang back from the party and kind of keep outside of that light of dim darkness if he has that light spell going on his sword still.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I have the spell going.
Roll to bench press child. Yes.
Bench press.
Yeah.
I don't think you know what bench pressing is.
All right,
Wait, no,
Really?
I'm kidding, though.
Start doing lifts
that's
with
fine,
the child.
Rollian.
It's
With
fine.
that
I'm done.
roll,
That's fine.
that's some bench
Proficiency with
pressing.
So, as you are carrying her, you can kind of feel her getting a little bit heavier, but it could also just be from walking. You're feeling a little bit more tired. It's kind of hard for you to tell. You're doing all right, though. Approximately, if you had to guess, it feels almost like she weighs about 100 pounds now.
Holy shit.
I don't like this.
You guys manage to keep going until finally you arrive at what looks like a small burned down cottage. She goes, "There it is! That's my house!" And suddenly,
Can I roll an insight check?
yeah, go ahead.
Because she's saying I live in a burned out house. That seems very suspicious.
Go ahead.
Yes, Anime also is suspicious of this.
Finally! Jesus.
Yeah, she
Oh, wrong. Sorry,
probably
wrong question.
doesn't live here. But, little does that matter. Because,
You're not writing in English. I hope that's intentional. Sorry, common.
Yeah, I was talking to Ayura.
Yeah. Yura is just gonna kind of use her Awaken Spellbook feature.
well, hold on. Let me
Sorry.
narrate what I'm doing
Go
for
ahead.
what's happening first before everyone starts taking actions. All right.
I don't like this.
Rollian, suddenly the ground beneath you seems to become almost translucent.
She's a worm.
Both of you sink into the ground. You are now up to your waist. All right, everybody, roll for initiative, please.
No bueno.
Sure it is.
Wouldn't that count as a surprise?
Funnily enough, I was right
No,
about to use
it's not an
Detect Magic.
attack; it's an effect. But it's
The sword informs us.
Halfway into
Depends
the
who
ground.
cast it, or if
Oh.
the land cast it. If a
The
person
land
cast it,
can't
that would be a
cast it. The land
surprise.
is the land.
If it's a trap, then it would just be an effect.
correct. It's not a. it is a special effect of what is currently happening. No, it is not a surprise round.
I don't like this game.
Wait, don't I get
And by this game, I mean all these really confusing status effect, but only sometimes. But
Well,
means
this
a
is
special thing.
this is
What
a
the
very
frick?
specific thing for the creature. It is.
No, this isn't a comment on you. This is like me being frustrated when words are different because they're an effect, not the word, and then the.
I know. Surprise is a pain in the butt.
I hate it.
All right, so
Thanks, I hate it.
Varys, it is your turn. They both Rolian and the girl are now halfway into the dirt. The girl has a very eerie smile on her face, and she goes, "Thank you for bringing me home." And her grip tightens onto Rolian. Rolian, she now feels like she is a solid 300 pounds.
Oh no.
Jeez.
All right, Varys, it is your turn.
That's a yikes from me, dog.
See, I'm having trouble distinguishing what Varys would do versus what I would do in this situation.
I will say the result of your insight check on her living here is she's telling the truth that this is her home. Do with that information what you will.
Psycho.
It is indeed a burned down house. This is where she lives. That's what you know.
I don't know what to do. If she's like super heavy and her and Rolian are like halfway in the ground, I don't know how to get him out. Like, what do I... Like, is it even possible?
Unless you stab her in the face.
Question for you.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't
Hold on a
know.
second. Sorry, what's the question, Kitsu?
If we're still traveling through the woods right now, would I have advantage on my initiative roll?
Ooh.
Oh shit! I forgot to write that too.
Because of my natural explorer feature.
Nice.
Let me pull up Natural Explorer.
I put it into the chat there.
Scroll.
Thank you.
Yeah, I forgot to put advantage on my initiative roll because it's so important because I'm going last.
Zaris, yes, you have advantage on your initiative roll.
I can roll it again then.
You should roll again, yeah.
Yeah, Varys as well, right? Because of the weapon.
I mean, I should, but I'm already 20.2, so I'm.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to reroll.
Yeah.
Mine's not rolling for some reason, even though I'm clicking the button.
Advantage
Yeah.
is you roll
Because
and then you
once you're-
take the best.
No,
Well, I
it's
understand
because
that,
once
but
you're
it's not
in
about me.
the inventory order, you can't re-roll it unless you get removed from the
Alright, well, then
inventory?
kick me out.
Here we go.
The initiative
I
order.
have reroll initiative here, so let's see. There you go. That's your advantage.
Cool beans.
You're at
Yeah, it's,
13
like, it's this weird
points.
thing that once it places you, you can't override it till the
So you did roll higher than what you had before, Zaris. All right,
Sweet.
Varys.
Yeah. I literally don't know what's possible.
I mean,
Like,
you can attack
can
her.
I-
You can attempt to pull her away.
Even though she's halfway in the ground?
Correct. It would probably, you can still shoot her. I don't know about, like, you can try to grapple and pull her away, but whether or not that works is dependent on the roll.
Question, but where's the turn tracker?
It's
if
the
you go
fist
the
in the top
second-
right.
Yeah, and if you right click
Oh,
on
okay.
the fist, it'll pop out another window that you can
Okay,
move
yeah.
around.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Well, she's got a creepy smile. She bit me. I'm pissed off. I got woken up, I assume. I'm gonna shoot her.
All right, make your attack.
Actually, is she there? Wait, we're not actually where we are.
No, but you are in range to shoot her. She is within 5 feet of your ally. You would have sneak attack.
Okay. I think I actually have to move away, don't I? I'm gonna shoot her.
You're not within 5 feet, I'll say. I'll say you guys were walking at a casual, like, 10 feet between each other.
Alright.
I was way in the back, outside. side of everything. So.
Correct. You are at least 30 feet behind.
Just a bit confusing because we're like theater of the mind. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. This encounter is meant to be theater of the mind.
Where?
Respectfully socially distant. That's right.
How can you read that? Don't.
I think Kibo can just read.
I can see the translation.
Oh, I see how
Yeah.
it is.
He knows all languages.
Yes, if you're proficient with Draconic, it shows a translation.
Fair enough.
I was wondering about that. Cool.
Better. Attack. Attack. Oh, fuck's sake. Assuming that first attack misses.
Yes, that will miss.
Alright. Second attack is a bonus action.
That will hit.
That had better hit, because otherwise I'd be very mad.
Yep. Roll your damage.
Nice. Attack. Wait, 27 plus 7. That's a crit, right?
Yes, that is a crit.
Aha! 20 damage.
Alright. You shoot her in the back, and she shrieks before going into a giggle, and she goes, "It's too late now. I'm home." Well, detect magic wouldn't have identified anything. She's not a magical child, but anyway. Alright, so Varys, is that your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Rolian, you are suddenly pulled beneath the earth. Both you and the girl have disappeared from the map. I need you to roll me an athletics check and a constitution save.
Okay.
Alright. Now roll your con save. Okay. You manage to get a big lungful of air before you suddenly find yourself in a buried grave, unable to escape. Your arms are bound at your side. You are unable to struggle, but because you managed to hold your breath, you have a number of minutes equal to your constitution modifier plus 1 before you start to suffocate.
Okay.
So what's your constitution modifier?
It's a +5.
Okay. Alright, so
6 minutes until I suffocate.
So you have 6 minutes before suffocation. Alright, so that's going to actually end our initiative. Alright, so you guys can dig in the spot in order to try and get Lorian out. Does anybody have any digging tools?
Anime got a shovel.
Anime has a shovel. That counts.
Technically, no. Have some magic that probably wouldn't be the best thing to use in this situation, being Earth's tremor.
Probably not.
Not want to cause an earthquake while someone's like possibly underground.
In Pokemon, it's double the attack damage.
It's like, yeah, cut your minutes down from like 6 to like 2. Jeez.
Okay. So,
Well,
do you start digging? Real quick, Anime, do you start
We
digging?
don't know how long this is going to take.
Correct, you don't.
Of course we do. Anime starts digging. Hold on, Rolian! Hold your breath, Rolian!
Alright. Is anybody else going to help dig? Even
Sorry,
if...
I was on
I-
mute. I also have a shovel.
Excellent. Okay, 2 shovels, so you're both digging?
Yes.
Okay, that's 2 people digging. Anybody else helping to dig? Even if you don't have a shovel, you can, but it is
Use
going
hands.
to... Yeah, you can use your hands, a sword, a plate,
have a knife.
All right, you start
Perfect.
digging with your knife. All right, you're all
Can't be a knife.
digging and trying to get Lorian out. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you not digging?
I am not digging. I'm staying back and keeping a watch in case anything else decides to come visit.
Okay.
So you're readying an action? Question mark.
Yes. If
Yeah.
anything hostile comes towards you guys, I'm gonna shoot it.
Or yourself. Make sure you include yourself in that
Yeah,
statement.
Okay, and myself, yes.
Okay.
Trixie DMs.
Hisbar, what are you doing?
I'm going to cast Enhance Ability
Ooh,
and
Nice.
bestow upon.
what's his
Is
strength?
Rolian have a shovel?
Oh, yeah.
Rolian's underground.
Rolian is
Rolian.
underground.
Of course.
Anime and Varys have shovels.
Thank you. All right.
I
Bestow
have 12
upon.
strength, if that matters.
All right. We'll bestow Anime with the strength of a bull, and like bulge out her muscles.
Boom, boom.
It's like Master Roshi transformation style. Just like,
She just JoJo's up. Just cool.
yeah.
I will serve you, Rolian!
All right.
Droiding out.
Round, grabs
Okay.
by the neck, pulls them out.
Those of you who are, everybody gets to make athletics checks. If you do not have tools to help dig, you have disadvantage on your athletics check. Kanye can try to dig, I guess.
He's an owl.
Yep, it'll be disadvantage on that athletics check from your owl.
Because he doesn't have a shovel.
Correct.
Thought about that.
Should have given him the
For
dagger. Ability check or saving throw? Ability, right?
Yes, it is an ability check, so with your bull's strength, you do have advantage.
You said athletics, though. That's a skill, right?
It is
Yeah,
a
but-
strength-based
Either or.
check, though.
Yeah, but like,
Oh,
but the thing is, with certain skills, you get pluses or whatever, whereas with the others, you don't.
Ooh,
Okay.
can't.
Everybody else is digging. Kanye's got his back to the hole and is like kicking dirt back with his claws. It's not
Oh my
doing
God.
anything. It's just kind of putting some loose dirt back in the hole, but it doesn't slow you guys down too much. So,
I forgot to roll a Eurus with disadvantage. That's my bad.
Varys, you wouldn't have advantage. You just are rolling normally.
They have a shovel. So,
Yes,
Sorry,
yeah.
who's Kanye?
normally,
Anna-
Did you
yeah.
say there was an advantage with the shovel?
Anime has advantage because of the
Oh,
spell.
sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, because of the spell.
Haha.
I'll point out, I still have a 19 even with disadvantage and a +2. Let's go!
All right, so you guys all have dug for quite a while. You can kind of see a little bit of light peeking out from the dirt. It'll probably take you guys another round to get to him. Well, it's been about a minute, so that's how far you've gotten in a minute. So we're gonna just do rolls by the minute. So guys, go ahead and make another roll for me.
I believe.
Does your spell last for longer
Oh,
than a
for
minute?
fuck's sake.
Double check. I believe it does. Let's see.
I hate
Do-do-do-do.
this.
Isn't it one?
Yeah, it lasts 1 hour.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. All right, Varys, your shovel snaps in half as you hit a particularly bad rock.
Rude.
All right, Kanye and Ayura are not helping much. Isbar and I'm looking for animes.
I was just looking to see where this was. There we go.
All right.
You can slap. You should be able to slap on a D4 as well for that, I believe.
For
Oh, can we?
what?
Can
Only
we?
if you
Are we
use
able to
your,
use guidance?
For your own guidance. I'm concentrating on my thing, but you're not.
That's fine. Yes, you can cast guidance on yourself. Go ahead and roll a
Okay.
d4.
You should. Yeah.
It becomes 13.
All right. So you guys finally managed to uncover Rolian's face, at least. Rolian, you take a deep breath of air. You're still underground, but they can probably get to you, and you're no longer suffocating. as you guys finish digging out Rolian's body, and you help him out of the hole, you find that beside him are the skeletal remains of a small child and her mother. The skeletal remains of the child are in a plain white dress matching the one that you saw the child wearing.
I'm shocked.
Ghost!
Oh god.
Well, that didn't go as planned.
Pleasantly, it seems that she has been put to rest.
Now,
How
putting
did-
These
aside,
bones look
putting
pretty
aside
cold,
what she
right?
tried to
They've been
do,
there for a
what she
while.
tried to do with Rolian, putting that aside, because that is a terrible thing. This poor child needs to be laid to rest.
He just said that.
You
Right.
literally just laid her to rest. You did that.
Yeah,
So
we
what
finished
I would need
her.
to
I mean, if
perform
you
a little
want to do a
ritual.
ceremony, that's fine. Go ahead.
Yeah.
She's a cleric. Let her do her thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, from what it looks like, is if these two were buried down here and the house is burnt down,
Mhm.
it seems like either someone did this maliciously,
Serial killers.
or this was like the father burying the wife and daughter and then like torching the place and leaving.
Could be either.
Could be
Channel,
either. Those are
yeah,
just
oh my
those are my
God.
speculations.
Oh my god, this is the house of a Full Metal
That Jack
Alchemist
built.
character.
Oh no!
So,
Oh,
should we investigate the house? I mean,
That was
should
right
we
about-
investigate the house?
I'm so
Oh.
mad because surprise basically says in the PHP that the DM determines always, and I'm like, that's bullshit. When
Well,
do
here's the
I
thing.
get to stop surprise? This sucks.
Well, that's the thing, right? We were aware that we were sinking to the ground, but we couldn't do anything about it. That's the difference.
Yeah.
There was no surprise. It was just inevitable.
No,
Correct.
think back before that, Ethan.
Oh,
So
waking
once
times.
we
I will say
Once-
that all the penalties that you were inflicted with were not due to being surprised.
The
Would
DM
I be
would
able
say
to now roll like a history or arcana check to try and determine like what exactly she was?
It'd be a religion check.
Ooh, okay. Seems
Everybody
to be
dance.
some kind of ghost. I don't know. I do know. What? Tell me, Kiva. Everything I know.
Okay.
It depends.
What you just encountered is known as a myling. Usually, whenever a child dies in a way that is, either tragic or unfair, they can't find any peace until they are properly returned to the spot where they died. Whenever you return them there, they do go to rest. However, your reward is to be buried alive.
Huh.
Cool.
Well then.
that sounds like a terrible reward. Not sure exactly who it is.
Creature, not you.
I know. I'm just
Just be glad that it didn't
Just
lay
trying
any
to-
eggs in you first.
Yes, it was not a
Yes.
slad. That's nice.
I'm just glad it wasn't an aberration tribe.
Although that being said, let me take some notes here real
No.
quick.
I'm sorry.
oh my god.
I'll stop now.
All right,
You guys
so
encouraged
I'll
gigantic
I'll inform
Trask.
everyone of what I believe just happened.
are you guys going to continue your long rest now? Sleep in a little bit.
I'd like
I
to
am.
investigate the house.
Go ahead, roll me an
That's-
They
investigation
died
check.
in a suspicious or malicious way. It might have happened too long ago. We might not be able to find out, but
I would
Yeah,
like to help with the investigation.
I'm also going to investigate, along with having Kanye kind of like scan just kind of like fly around, kind of look for anything that might be out of the ordinary, I guess.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so
I'll consult with the local woodlife and be like, has there been any people around here? Anything in recent times?
Sorry,
Excellent.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm assuming, and I may be wrong, that when Anime cast her guidance spell, that she would have lost concentration on my bonus hit points.
Correct.
Heroism.
Okay.
True.
Are you gonna cast that again, Anime, or are you gonna just chill?
Anime.
Is guidance
On
a concentration
clock.
spell? It is, isn't it? I always forget that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yes.
Anime. Where's my 10
Well, we're looking around things, so right now I think guidance is more useful, so we'll keep doing that for a while. And then as soon as we're finished with this scenario, yeah, it'll go right back up.
Okay.
All right. So as you
Um,
guys investigate the
Sorry,
house,
I'll act
sorry.
like I have it on then, and you let me know if you deliberately take it off or if you lose concentration.
All right. So as you guys
Yeah, I forgot
investigate the
guidance was
house,
con. Sorry.
as you guys investigate the house, you don't really find any more belongings or anything like that. Most of the stuff has burned down. Based on your investigations, it doesn't seem like foul play. It looks like maybe an errant lightning bolt or something, something natural caused the house to go up in flames. What you do find that is unusual, the body of the child um, appears to have died. Not from injury, or there's no charring on the bones, or any smell of like her dress isn't burned or anything like that. Chances are she probably died of exposure within the forest, and someone found her and brought her back to her home and buried her there.
But didn't get buried alive because she wasn't a myling yet.
Yet she wasn't buried
So
alive.
unfair. What
Basically,
an unfair thing.
Basically, they found her body in the woods, brought her back to the house where they assumed that she lived, found her dead mother, who did die in the fire, buried her alongside her mother, but because they moved the body, her spirit was stuck into the woods until you guys took her back to her body.
I see.
I think that
I'm
wraps it up.
That sounds like child reasoning.
rolling and being informed of like what exactly this creature was and stuff would feel very conflicted, I imagine. Like he's happy that a child was put to rest, but at the same time he's very distraught about his experience.
Yeah, well, on the positive side, she found you guys and not some, like, innocent traveler.
I guess.
I mean, technically, we're
Everyone's like investigating the house and stuff. I'm kind of just sitting down, like I need to take a breather after that, you know.
Alright,
Fighting
so
monsters, no problem.
after your
Children?
investigations,
I don't know about
do you guys continue your long rest until everyone is rested up?
Yes.
Yep.
I
Okay.
think if we establish that the house is, it's not containing anything that's a threat, then yeah.
It's not containing a threat, to your knowledge.
Cool.
Anime is just filled with buff nerve endings for the next, hour. She wants to just sort of work out and if there's anything in the house like worth taking, like building materials, like rip down a wall, just this physical stuff.
Everything
Make sure the
has-
house isn't going to collapse in the future. If they have to
I mean, it's
bust down
already
things that are looking broken.
It's already a collapsed heap of charred wood. It's already burnt down.
You should go chop some firewood, but not too far away.
Yeah, you just see like anime just doing, like fist pumps in the air and stuff as it like, oh.
I mean, you can try and like.
She's really enjoying this moment. She's never had this.
I mean, you can like bench press like some of the charred bits of the rafters if you want. It's a lot lighter than normal wood because of its nature, but
definitely.
Yeah.
Done.
Anime
And just like
translates to
the
an arm
feeling
wrestle.
of
It's like
ripping a
rolling
beam
and
apart,
Hagashi.
just powerful.
God.
All right. So
Anime challenges me to an arm wrestle. It's just like Rolly and you're my bitch now. Put him up.
Yeah.
anime
Oh yeah, she will
has,
definitely accept arm wrestling challenges.
Anime has
You wanna
like
make a
some
strength
really big like pixie vibes from like Brutus and Pixie.
Yeah.
Just like, wowee! It's like a comic with like a little cat and like a retired like military dog. It's cute. Anyway, so you guys take your long rests. Whenever you wake up, you're all rested up. You continue onward through the woods. As it turns out, the myling actually took you in the direction of the city of Thanolar. So
Thanks.
early in the
How
morning,
convenient.
after you have left, just as you fear that perhaps you will be in this wood for forever, you recognize a shape like a wall that appears just ahead of you. the bizarreness of this occurrence is not lost on you. If any have asked, you would have sworn that it was not there previously, and yet there it is before you. There is a creaking sound as the trees around you move and bend as though in a fearsome gale, though there is no wind present. As the great boughs move aside, they reveal to you a clear path leading to an opening in the fence. A moment.
None of
My
this
eyes.
is at all.
It's beautiful.
You guys can't see this?
Wow. RuneScape vibes.
Loading.
I closed the
Soon.
game.
I love
Oh, no.
RuneScape. Yeah.
I see.
Bear with me
Must
while I
close
Okay.
reopen the game.
enemy.
So,
Lots of green.
It's beautiful.
I have to take your word for it. I can't.
where your vision was once obscured, you can now
Oh,
see a towering and mighty tree, unlike any you've ever seen before. Its leaves are green and shimmering like emeralds. And even from here, you can feel that this is no ordinary plant. Every leaf, stem, and twig shudders in the breeze as if in greeting and warning. Before you now stands the entrance to the great city of Thanolar, and sure enough, the creaking of the trees are now matched with the bending of bows as a party of ambushers appear from seemingly nothing. Nearly 24 arrows are trained on you from within the brush. However, a familiar face steps forward out of the thicket. It is the same elven ranger that you met on the road before, and she raises her hand, signaling the guardians to lower their weapons. She eyes you up and down before giving you a cold nod in greeting. You came. Good. Come, the Grove Keeper would like to speak with you. And Lily Rose Thorn now turns and walks into the village. Do you follow?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Real quick, can you guys hear my Discord notifications?
Yes.
I can't.
I heard a Discord notification.
I did hear a, yeah.
I heard A, but I thought it was mine when Ethan shared a thing.
No, I shared a
Mystery.
thing, but it
Oh, sorry.
decided
you
it
shared.
didn't want to be a GIF, so I deleted it.
Okay.
I just muted my chat.
Blam.
so-
We follow them.
Yes.
I
Alright.
believe we're probably going in.
Lily.
Alright. As you are marched into the city walls, you find yourselves in an enormous clearing. Easily the size of Havrin. The ground beneath you is covered in a plush blue moss that feels soft and comforting on your tired feet. You pass the tree that you saw from far away as Commander Lily Rosethorn advances. It is even more incredible up close. The green that you saw is revealed to only be on the tops of the leaves, with the underside of them being a shimmering orange that dances like flames. Its bark is
Whoa.
like bronze, covered in bizarre fractals that spread into its massive roots that weave in and out of the soil. You may look, but don't touch. So distracted were you by the tree's majesty that it takes a moment to realize the warning came from Lily. The spell-like entrancement now broken, it occurs to you that the city is eerily silent. There are voices, and there are no voices, and in fact, you don't see any signs of life at all, other than the plants. Until, there, you spot the flitting white tail of a deer before it vanishes seemingly into thin air. Then there, a swift distortion in the air, like heat over an oasis. Something is here, but what, you can't be sure. Your escort arrives at an ancient stone building, similar to a temple, but heavily overgrown with vines and vegetation. The statues and symbols you see as you pass through are different from any religions that you've ever seen before. The inside is lit by brightly glowing blossoms and fluorescent fungus. Perhaps the temple was repurposed. Finally, you arrive at a table that's been set for a feast. While there are the occasional roasted rabbit or boar, most of it is made of crisp fruit and fresh vegetables. Sit. Lily's instructions are blunt as she gestures to the table. Eat if you're hungry, but be appreciative of the Grove Keeper's generosity. Do not be wasteful gluttons as your people so often are.
Sorry, I just raised an eyebrow.
Another voice calls from within the temple. Commander, that is no way to treat our guests. A woman comes forward, but she is no elf. She's... well, you're not sure what precisely she is. At first glance, perhaps a centaur, but rather than a horse, she has the lower body of a hind. And rather than a human-looking top half, it is definitely more elven in build and resemblance. Adorned on her head is a flower crown woven around twigs and strips of fiber. Around her neck and dangling from her crown are what can only be described as small bits of antler, you think. In her hand there is a gnarled staff that holds a piece of amber in its tip, with what appears to be a preserved flower inside. Lily bows graciously before her, but you can still sense her contempt for your presence within the city. This is the Grove Keeper. She returns the bow with one of her own. Thank you, Commander. That will be all. Please return to your post. As you command. As she leaves, the Grove Keeper turns back to you all with an apologetic smile. I apologize if her behavior has offended any of you. We do not have guests in Thanolar often. Please do eat as much as you like. I am Lady Alicia Whispergrove, the Grove Keeper of Thanolar. I suppose if you were to compare it to your own home, you could say I am akin to the queen of this village. Before we begin, please tell me some stories of your own home. I have not ventured beyond the forest before, so I'm eager to hear what it's like.
Well, it is a quiet place that we come from. We settled down by the coastline, and many days are spent fishing by the shore.
Are you interested in stocks?
I am a exotic fisherman from the Underdark. Goes after the more rare species underground. So,
Anime's just waiting for her moment.
If you guys would like to give a good story, feel free to make a performance check.
Oh, hell
I
yeah.
was gonna say, can Anime bring out all her library instincts and start bringing out all the maps and start telling stories about the villages?
Sure thing. Make me a performance check.
As part of like the librarian background, part of their duties was to, like give people tours and give people information and maps and all that sort of stuff.
Yep, that's fine. Go ahead and give me a check with advantage with your performance.
might just
All right.
like, shucks, you guys, I don't have a home.
Tell us about your home. I like fish.
Basically.
What is a home? I can't remember.
Oh.
Alright, so, as you all go around telling your stories, she is particularly fascinated with Ayura's and Anime's stories. Although she pays attention to all of you, Varys, she does enjoy your story, Hisbar, you as well. Zaris, she listens politely, but she kind of just seems to be waiting for you to finish talking.
Understandable.
If you guys have any questions for her during this time, please feel free to ask.
Is there a place to go fishing?
Yes, there is a place to go fishing. Just I ask that you be respectful of nature and do not overfish.
Of course.
What happened? Is your people still in the village? We haven't seen anyone on our walk over.
Oh, yes, there are many people here. Over time, we have perfected the art of hiding in plain sight. You may have assumed that our entire city is elvish, but the truth is that we're actually a very mixed group. We have elves like Lily, the Dao, which are a race of fairy-like people, and of course my people, the Alsades.
Rather interesting. I'm not quite familiar with I don't believe I've quite heard too much about the Dao and the.
Alsades.
I'm sorry. Could you? Alsay?
Alsades. I'm putting it in the chat.
Alsay.
Alsades.
Okay. Alsades. I'm not quite familiar. I'd honestly like to hear somewhat. I'd honestly like to hear kind of about what kind of culture you all have here. It seems that you all are very. To say that, I mean, it sounds fairly obvious, but you all are obviously very respecting of nature. You've pretty much kind of incorporated it into your city. And this is honestly just fascinating to me. I'd like to just kind of hear about some of the traditions and culture that you all have here, if you'll entertain me at least.
Of course, I would be happy to. Yes, you've probably never laid eyes on one of my kind. We're similar to those that you know as centaurs. Many people say that we're related to nymphs, though to be truthful, we're more like elves than we are like nymphs. My family in particular passed from the Feywild into the mortal realm nearly 2,000 years ago. Uh, our archives hold very extensive records in great detail. So, in addition to the lineage of my family tree, we also keep intricate birth and death records. Um, as you may have known, most of our personal memories have been forgotten. But as it turns out, while dates have been erased, ages and causes of death were not erased. So, as the Grove Keeper, part of my job is preserving our history and culture, and by reading the archives, I have managed to create a pretty accurate timeline of my family and what has happened here.
That is
Mm.
wow. I hmm,
Y'all
I
are
suppose
absolutely amazing, and I totally respect you.
I
I was
would like
just
to
curious,
ask.
what's a presence that's been requested here?
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Not that we're saying no to.
Varys, what was your question?
Oh, I was just gonna ask for her story, like how she came here, and because we've all told ours.
That is part of why I called you here. Um, so you may have noticed as you came in, there were some problems with creatures of the forest lately. A few have become distorted and mutated by some horrible influence. It is something we've never experienced before, even in our archives. I think I know what the cause is, but I cannot fix it. None of my people can. We need your help to stop it, and you're the only ones I can think of that would be trustworthy enough. Um, I guess I should start from the beginning. He reaches to her neck, removing her necklace and placing it on the table before the party. I'll start from the beginning. In typical Alcide society, males are the ones who hold all of the power. This power is represented by the size of their antlers, or more appropriately, the number of points that are on their antlers. Before me, the city's grove keeper was a man named Duran Sunthistle. But just after the incident, he became wild and unruly. He claimed the incident, which had destroyed the memories of everyone else, had instead given him an ascended insight into the universe. He began to claim that he had arisen to become a god, even more powerful than the primal spirits. He used dark and twisted magic to desecrate this sacred place that we're in now, causing it to rot and to disrepair as you have seen. It was when he attempted to cut down the dragon tree that her words trail off. Cat, stop that.
Healed him.
Hold on. Her words trail off as she tries to regain her noble composure. I did what had to be done. I raised my own power against his, and with the aid of the primal spirits, I was able to suppress him. Though what I did was a necessity, what came next was a product of my anger. I cut the points from his antlers, a sign of great disrespect among my people. I had him and his supporters sent to an island tower deep within the glade, and I used the same dark magic that he wielded to create his prison. After that, the primal spirits left me, as well as the city. They were so disgusted by what I'd done to trap him, and I admit now that what I did was not for the safety of my people, but for the malice that I felt towards him. I hope that one day the spirits can forgive me, and I know that such forgiveness is one that must be earned. That is where this problem arises. The prison I crafted to hold him is twofold. The people and soldiers of Thanolar cannot go in safely, and those trapped inside are unable to come out. I've tried to send scouts to see what is going on, but thus far, none have ever returned. So, please, adventurers, I ask this of you in desperation. Correct my past mistakes. Go to the Forbidden Tower, find Durand and his followers, and put a stop to them once and for all. I will pray to the spirits for your safe return, and if you are successful, both I and my people will be forever in your debt. Anything that I can grant within my ability will be yours.
I have 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
The first is, what is the dragon tree?
You most likely saw it as you came in. It is a sacred tree within our village. It was gifted to our people millennia ago. Our archives call it the Dragon Leaf Tree. It is a fitting name, as it is one of our city's many powerful defenses. It was actually under that tree that I, of course, was given the title of Grovekeeper, and one of the biggest duties is to care for it. That is why, whenever the previous Grovekeeper attempted to destroy it, I had no choice.
Okay. My second question is, if the tower is supposed to keep whoever's inside it trapped, how are we going to go and deal with these people and then return?
Well, due to the corrupted nature of the creatures that we've been finding in the forest, I have a suspicion that there is some way that he is spreading his influence out. But that is why I'm sending you to investigate. If there is a way that he is able to get out, you must stop him. I should have killed him when I had the chance, but instead I let my feelings take root, and I decided to punish him instead by locking him away. I want you to correct that mistake.
Okay, so above table, just to make sure I understand,
Mhm.
she's asking us to figure out whether he is indeed somehow influencing things outside of this tower. She's not asking us to.
She's asking you to go investigate the tower. If you find a way into the tower, then fight him and kill him.
Okay.
Oh,
okay,
I'm glad you
how do we get
clarified that,
out
because
of
I
the
thought you
tower?
meant death.
I'm like, how do we get
I
out of
thought
the
you meant
tower,
live.
though?
Well, you should be able to come in and out freely. It's only dangerous to the people of the city.
Okay.
Yeah. So the deal was like the people of Thanolar can't come back out. That's what the magic does.
In a sense, the people of Thanolar, or Thanolar, they are, as you may have guessed, most of them are Fae. There are defenses set up to keep Fae creatures in and out of the tower, which is the only reason why the Alseid is trapped. She has sent some people to go and investigate the tower, but they haven't returned. Whether that means that they got caught up in the defenses, which she hasn't quite specified what those defenses are, or whether they have managed to find a way in and just, died. She doesn't know.
Okay.
That's a good point.
I agree with Ceres that anything she can tell us about the tower and its defenses would be extremely helpful. We don't want to accidentally trigger anything while we're there.
Yeah. Could you outline it? Could you outline what the defenses are?
She seems very uncomfortable discussing it, and she simply says, I cannot bring myself to say.
Can you write it down?
I do have somebody here, though, that will be able to kind of give you a more understanding where my cowardice prevents me. And that is when a Dao appears within the halls, who introduces herself as Velocity Fluttertwirl.
Technically, Alicia would have to introduce Fluttertwirl. But I'm very expressive.
Correct. This is Velocity Fluttertwirl. She doesn't speak much, but she probably can enlighten you more than I can.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Let me just...
What did she say she was? A doe?
A Dow. A Dow. D-A-U, Dow.
Oh.
So this is Velocity Flutter Twirl. It's just been introduced. 3 foot tall, dragonfly-like wings. So it looks like a fairy, but a bit bigger. Gnome in size. Short black hair. Figure-fitting studded leather armor. Bandages wrapped around wrists and forearms, ankles and calves. Sort of like a martial artist might do, sort of like to wrap them for punching. You can see 2 short swords at the waist, as well as like a little potion. And if you try and look at her too long, there's just sort of like a distortion that comes off her. So it's very hard to kind of keep focus on her for a massive amount of time. You got to kind of feel like you want to look away every once in a while.
It makes your eyes water a little bit after an extended amount of time.
Interesting.
So Velocity does a little twirl and like a little bow, and you know, like is miming hands open, arms, you know, like welcome. You can
Sorry,
all get the idea
how
that she's
tall-
welcoming you.
How tall is this
Oh.
character? You didn't actually say.
It's
3 feet.
gnome tall, so about 3 foot.
All right, cool.
So quite a tall for a fairy. But they
Yeah,
do have dragon-like wings that are quite large.
Dragonfly-like wings.
Oh, sorry, dragonfly-like wings.
Dragon wings. Oh no.
I'm in.
Pair of dragon, just a pair of dragon wings and this tiny little fairy on the front of them.
I'm gonna let you guys do a little bit of role playing. Natalie, you have the information that I sent you. I'll let you guys handle that. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
This is going to be interesting. Velocity just basically like dances and twirls, and she's indicating, you know, like pointing at Alicia. She brings out a little picture tile that she has. It's like it's a picture of Alicia. She's like pointing at the tile and, you know, doing the talky talk with her hands, and she's like, you know, thumbs up. You get the impression that, you know, you've basically heard everything you need. Alicia covered it.
Wait, so you're not actually talking? You're like gesturing?
Correct.
Are you like signing, or are you just gesturing?
I'm doing everything. Like at some point, Varus would definitely recognize some thieves' cant symbols. Like she does a little couple of hand signs. She's, you know, like tower or trapped. You know, things like that. But basically, the overall impression is that Alicia's told you guys everything in regards to why the tower is there and what they've got to do.
Okay. I still have questions about the defenses of the tower.
Okay, she does a little sort of like flourish, like you understand that as like, you know, like go ahead.
Well, what are they? Is there anything we need to be worried about approaching the tower? I'm just really.
She makes a little thieves' cant, like, you know, like it's all a big secret. You know, like gestures around all the people, just a secret. Nobody knows.
Ah.
That's incredibly unhelpful.
Yeah, she kind of like bows her head in shame and kind of like agrees with you, little head nods. She points at herself and then like gestures at a little tower picture that she's got. She's got a sort of sullen expression and, you know, like she's standing tall. You get the idea that she wants to go with you to sort of help where she can, to try and help with traps and things, but she knows if she goes in there, she might not be coming out. She understands that that's a risk she's going to take for her people. And if they do find an exit, well, you know, it gives a little exit kind of thief's gesture and then doing a little crossing of the fingers for luck. But at the same time, you know, picture of she's got a little picture of who was it, Darund as well. And she's just like, you know, thumbs down on Darund, just Bad face shaking at the head.
Okay.
All right, so now that the
So,
game of
we didn't
Pictionary
actually
/
get
charades
any
is over.
information about the tower.
I don't actually know anything about the tower. It's just that no one on the island is allowed to go there.
Oh well, the tower
That
itself.
has been communicated.
The tower itself, what she can tell you is that it was once a wizard tower, but the original inhabitants disappeared, and the primal spirits showed a great fear of that place. Hence why it was called the Forbidden Tower. This is Alicia telling you all this. Basically, after putting Durand in there, she used dark magic to create a special kind of trees that attack Fae on sight. They are very aggressive and, frankly, they are, what's the word I'm looking for? They intentionally were planted there, even though it's considered like a crime against the primal spirits to grow them. And she placed them there to keep, what did I have his name? Darrand. To keep Darrand locked up there. And basically forcing him to live in his shame of having his antlers removed.
Okay. What kind of trees were they called? Sorry? Attack trees. What?
Faebane.
Faebane. Ooh.
Yes. They are called...
Neat.
Hold on, let me make sure that is correct. It's something like that. Fayward. Fayward trees.
Okay. Fantastic.
While I have attempted to convince Velocity that it is too dangerous for her to go, I fear she is too spirited to mind me in that regard. And I trust her. So if you would take her, I would be greatly appreciative.
Velocity's got a hand on her heart and just like a oh kind of expression and like nodding and agreeing.
As long as you're not responsible for bringing her back.
I mean, that was the implication, is that she would hope that you would bring her back.
We will try, but you've said yourself that the tower is specifically for people like herself, so no promises.
Yes. Well, it's going to take us a day to prepare for travel for you to the tower. Until then, you have access to the town. I'm sure that the people will be happy to do business with you. As we start making our preparations, we'll have rooms made for you within the Twisted Rose, and I'll inform everyone that you are guests of me personally. They'll be willing to do business with you. So, feel free to continue enjoying your feast and role-playing if you like. Once you've done that, you can take a moment to get your bearings. Within the city of Thanolar, there are a few key places of interest. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy those for you guys into a journal.
Ethan, we're speaking Draconic, not Elvish.
Oh.
Alright, so...
Ethan just sees the three
Elvish,
of us
I'd be
talking
able to
amongst
read it.
ourselves, and he's like,
Damn,
fuck it,
Elf.
I'm gonna talk to myself.
Alright, so there you go. That is the city of Thanolar for you, shown up on the screen. Just for the sake of the stream, I'll go ahead and let you guys know what it says. Number 1 here is the Dragon Tree. It is an incredible tree that the party has witnessed upon entering the city. Around the tree is a small flower garden. Many of the city citizens come to relax and enjoy their free time. While many of them do enjoy the area around the tree, you can't help but notice that they stay a good distance away from it. They don't touch it. Number 2 is the Twisted Rose. It is a tavern inn that is run by Hazel and a group of Dow waiters and waitresses. Hazel is very sociable, loves a good song or story, so much that she may be willing to pay some coin if it's one that she enjoys enough. You also notice that she often disappears with some guests back into their rooms before coming down a little more disheveled than before. Number 3 are the Thanolar barracks. This is where the city's scouts and armed forces usually stay. They're cold and ruthless in their tasks, and are led by none other than Lily Rose Thorn herself. While the commander has made it apparent that she doesn't enjoy your presence within the city, she may have more information on the missing scouts or the Forbidden Tower at large. Number 4 is Dominique's Dresses. It's the clothing store and armorer run by Dominique Cherrypit, a Dow man who has a bitter feud with his sister, Misty Cherrypit. Most of his armors are made of non-metal materials, though he does sell some normal pieces at a higher cost. He also likes to tinker with some magic, so you may be able to find a improved garment or two while you are there. Number 5 is Misty's Monster Slayers. It is a weapons store owned and operated by Misty Cherrypit, a Dow woman who is in a rivalry with her brother, Dominique Cherrypit. Unlike her more foppish brother, the crude woman will sell weapons of any material at market price. What she does share in common with her brother is her experimentation. You can find some unusual weapons here, and if she likes you, maybe a little extra ammo in your quiver. Number 6 is the open market. Here, the citizens of Thanolar sell and trade reagents they've acquired in the forest, as well as things they've made. You can buy most mundane adventuring gear at market value, though reagents tend to cost 7 gold pieces for every 5 gold pieces in value that you purchase. And to make things easy on me, you must purchase them in sets of 5 gold pieces. I don't want to hear, like, I want 3 gold pieces of this. No. I don't want to do that now. Alright, and then number 7, Melody's Apothecary. Melody Cherrypit is the older sister to both Dominic and Misty. However, due to their constant feuding, she tries to distance herself from their squabbles. While they attempt to use her as a referee, she tends to spend a lot of time out of the city, collecting herbs and materials to create alchemical and herbal concoctions. You can buy potions and elixirs from her at a 5% markup. And then finally, number 8 is the Garriday Docks. This bizarre structure, which can easily be misidentified as a port, is actually built more like a stable. You find large locust-like creatures that stay near the docks, munching contentedly on the apples offered to them by some of the elvish children. Every now and then, though, you hear a cry of shock or horror as one of them manages to catch and feast upon an unfortunate swan that gets too close. You weren't blocking my sight, thank you. There is also a small fish and tackle shop there where bait can be purchased. And then finally, the Sacred Shrine, which is the building that you are currently in. It is dedicated to the primal spirits that once resided within the city. Presently, they are absent, or at the very least, silently observing. You can try and speak more to Lady Alicia here, but because she is making all the preparations, she's going to be kind of busy. So, if you guys would like to visit somewhere, please put your tokens on the map and put them in whatever shops or businesses that you would like to visit.
Okay, sorry, what was 4?
Number 4 was
is the
Dominique's
clothing
Dresses.
store.
Okay, so he's like the clothing, armor merchant, stuff like that. And then
Yes.
5 was like the weapons area.
That's right.
Alright, cool.
And 6 is the market, so there's like trade
Reagents.
stuff and general
Correct.
things they've made, adventuring gear, that sort of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, and 7
And then
is the
7 is the
apothecary.
apothecary.
Hell yeah.
And then there's the docks, which is probably what you're interested in.
Yep. That's
I
number
request
8.
people please don't sit on the numbers, because then I can't tell where anything is.
Yes, please.
Set on the numbers.
Thanks.
Can I request to have a token? I don't actually have a token.
If you drag from your
Oh,
name
Thank you.
in the
Thanks for the reminder.
players.
Okay. Blammo.
Drag to
I know, right?
Um,
I'm like, how do I get a
Anime
token?
is gonna have a chat with Alicia.
Okay. What about?
Oh, just in regards to like maybe staying around the village, being a liaison, trying to get more out of the fighting. Still wants to help, but she doesn't want to be part of. She doesn't think she's going to be as useful in these, magical woods with these magical creatures. She just doesn't feel like she has the skills
You want to make
to
some
do
ads.
much other than maybe a heal or two.
I mean, of course.
She's had a
if
you know a quick chat with Velocity and feels that Velocity can more than take upon that particular niche.
Of course, if you're unwilling to go, I completely understand. You may stay here until your friends return. Although we can discuss at a later time if you wish to stay here more long term in order to serve as a liaison. In fact, I'm very interested to hear more about your city, so perhaps we can discuss that after I'm done making the preparations for your friends.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can help as well. I will help them all when I can.
Excellent. Then come with me. I will have you help me make preparations.
Anime goes off with Alicia.
Alright, so Anime is now assisting Lycia. And it's going to stay behind while you guys go to the Forbidden Tower. Alright, so...
I love y'all, but I don't have these skills and Velocity. She can more than take care of people in battle.
I don't even know who any of you guys are. I was just out fishing and ran into you guys.
I just followed you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So
gonna...
Anime will definitely make a point of trying to meet every character and say, like, this is what I think might be best, and, this is what I gotta do for me right now, but I'm gonna be here to support you.
Emotionally, if not physically.
Yeah.
That's right. She cries many a time.
Alright, we'll
but it's
start
also,
with,
happy.
We're going to start with Dominique's dresses. So, as you three enter the hollowed-out tree, you find a Dao man eagerly working with a bit of cloth. He mostly mumbles to himself with a sewing pin shoved between his lips as his needle slips in and out of the fabric. He doesn't seem to notice you. The shop itself is pretty basic looking. It has various pieces still on dummies. While both the more feminine and masculine outfits are very revealing, they are also colorful and well made within their own right. They aren't exactly suited for combat, though.
Interesting.
Oh my.
You guys ever seen a dragonborn in a skimpy maid outfit? No? Would you like to?
Man.
Oh my god. Okay.
I step in, I take a look around at the attire, and I'm just like, step out.
Alright, roll in leaving. Okay. What about the...
Have you ever seen a gnome in a banana hammock?
Oh my god.
That's pretty much what you're kind of looking at, although it's a more dressy banana hammock, I guess.
Oh my god. That's cursed. Alright. As you're kind of like making...
How dare you make me look at that with my own eyes?
Just flash some Borat in there.
Please delete that. I don't want to see Borat every time I look at our chat. Stop it!
Oh my god, no. So, as Ayura kind of makes her way inside, she's going to kind of like tap her like knuckle like against the door to try to like get his attention.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Dude, come in. He pulls the thing out of his mouth, and he goes, welcome to Dominique's Dresses, honored guest. What can I get for you? You can get things off the rack if you like, but you also have some alterations that I can make to your armor. Whatever you might need. So, out of character, you guys can buy any kind of light armor from Dominique at market price. He also has the ability to make alterations to clothes and armor that you already have, or if you purchase some, he can make alterations to that too. So for 200 gold, he can better tailor the straps, which will grant you a +1 to stealth checks while you're wearing the armor. For 250 gold, he can craft a regalia layer for the armor that grants a +1 to persuasion checks while wearing it. For 500 gold, he can stitch a layer of glamour weave into the armor, which allows you to not only change its color at will, but it also prevents it from getting dirty or stained.
Wow.
He can only make one such alteration on a set of armor, and it'll take him about an hour or so to finish it.
Yeah, okay. Dang, I need to make me some money then. Glamour Weave sounds really good.
What about, like, I mean, I know I'm not there, but what about, like, normal sort of armor, like like studded leather and that sort of thing. He can do that as well.
Yes, he can just
Yeah,
make any sort of
market price.
mundane armor for market price.
I'm gonna have to go over there.
Yeah. Okay.
This is way more expensive than I was expecting. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
my price range at the moment.
I mean, if you're looking for like normal alterations, like getting something hemmed or something like that, he can do that too. Those are like special alterations.
No, I get you. Glamour Weave is something I'd probably want to get my hands on later because that would be really cool thematically.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, I think I'm probably just going to do a bit of browsing. I actually have been, actually recently, I've been doing a lot of reading on sewing and making clothes and things like that. Though,
a fellow seamster.
Yes.
Seamstress, as the case may be.
Yes, I haven't quite had my chance to. I've been doing a I've been doing a little bit of gathering materials and the like. I haven't gotten my hands on a set of tools just yet to start practicing the process of making clothing. But I would also like to just study by browsing, perhaps trouble you for a little while on different sorts of different methods that you go about employing when it comes to just making regular clothing to when you have something like a custom order, for example.
He scratches his chin for a moment and goes, "Actually, there may be a way that we can help each other."
Is that so?
Yes. You see, my sister, Misty, is... frankly speaking, she is a no-good brute. She is constantly playing tricks on me, and I only recently finished cleaning up the mess from her last little joke. My sister the other day placed a disgusting giant slug in my shop, and it attempted to eat my latest project. I managed to stop the vermin, but I'm having to redo the hem of the dress, as you can see now. So, I have this idea, you see. I still have the dead thing in a jar. Wouldn't you know it, it exudes a stink that's even worse than a troglodyte. So here's what you need to do. Go to her shop, slip the thing into her forge when she's not looking, and she'll learn why it's best not to mess with me. You do that, come on back, and I'll not only get you a set of tools, I'll teach you a thing or two, and give you a discount on some alterations to your armor.
Hold on. Give me just a moment. Hisvar, you can if you want to engage with him, you can do that. I need to check something.
Okay.
Yeah, I need a very large hat. That's what I require. Can you assist me with this matter?
Oh, what sort of hat would you like?
Well, one that will keep the rain off me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So something made for traveling.
Yeah, particularly with the monsoons, with the really heavy rains.
Okay,
yes.
I should be able to do such a thing. Let's see here. Just gotta calculate out some money. That will be 2 gold pieces, and I'll have it done for you by the end of the day.
That would be wonderful. Cool. All right, Blammo. Can and I like pass over the coins and just like, and can you make it blue? How about blue? How's that sound?
Yeah, of course. Any color you like.
Wonderful. All right, I'll come back then.
Excellent.
Bye.
Thank you. All right. He waves farewell to his bar. While we're waiting on Ayura to decide if she wants to help with that, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna swap over to
Go.
number 5. Those of you who are entering Misty's Monster Slayers, and Rollian, I'll get to you in a moment. As you enter the tree-shaped shop, you find a diminutive female Dao hammering away at her anvil. Upon hearing you enter, she hurries her hammering before putting it to quench. She then rushes to the counter with a big grin on her face. Welcome, welcome, most valued customers. Please come in. I have such great sights to show you. All around you, there are various weapons on the walls, as well as the occasional shield. In addition to the standard fare of weapons available, there are a few unique pieces that you haven't really seen before. One looks like two scimitars attached to a handle. One looks almost like a sharpened brass hoop. One appears to be a wooden shield with a spike through it that seems to be able to be used as a weapon. And one is a whip-like weapon that has multiple heads, kind of like a cat of nine tails, but mostly with barbs and spikes on each of the tails. And then another one that appears to just be a long length of chain with a heavy weighted dart at the end of it.
Cool. I need to repair my shovel.
Oh.
And I also wanted to talk to you. I've noticed that there's a lot of creatures around who don't seem to be taking as much damage when I shoot them with my crossbow bolts. Is there anything you can recommend that might help me fix that?
I might be able to whip up a little special something. We'll see. As for repairing your shovel, that shouldn't take me much time at all. Give me, a silver, and I'll have it repaired for you in a few minutes. But while we're discussing your bows, I do have a proposition for you if you're interested.
I mean, I hand over the silver and they say, I'm listening.
Well, so you may have heard about my brother, Dominique. He runs the dress shop across the way. Well, recently I have heard that he has been bad-mouthing me to our associates, saying that I am a brute and that I am uncouth and that I have no manners, which to us Dao is a very rude thing to say, let me tell you. We are very, very keen on etiquette. I tried to teach him a lesson, but alas, it did seem to go over his head. So I was thinking about trying another lesson, if you are so interested.
So, well, it depends what the lesson is. I don't want to hurt anybody.
No, of course not. He is my brother, after all. No, we're not going to hurt the man, other than his ego. So, I have here a small bomb of powdered dye. All I want you to do is take it in there and drop it somewhere on the room. Make sure he can't see it. It's about the size of a marble, but whenever you come back to me, I will activate it, and it will spray a huge cloud of various colors and just absolutely turn his shop into a beautiful glistening rainbow. He's sure to hate that.
That seems... I don't know how to say this. Can I say something along the lines of, it seems like that will cause a lot of damage to his livelihood? Is that something that she wants? If she just wants to embarrass him, it seems the scale's a bit off.
It'll hinder him more than anything. The dye will clean right off. He knows how to wash his clothing. Just, it will still slow him down a bit, and he'll learn a thing or two about messing with his older sister.
And it won't damage the clothes in any way? Like, it just washes out?
Yes, no. It won't damage the clothing.
Yeah, heck, why not?
What, sorry, above table, did she say what the payoff for this would be for me? I can't remember.
She's going to give you a discount on your custom arrows that she plans on making you.
She hasn't told me how much they're going to cost yet.
Correct, she has not.
So be like, well, we'll see. Like, I don't know your brother, so I don't have any loyalty to him yet, but it seems maybe a little bit foolhardy to irritate someone in a place where we're trying to become friendly.
Oh,
Maybe,
you have
maybe
no
once
idea
you're
it
finished
was
with your
you.
shovel, you can let me know. How do I say this? Like what sort of? I don't know how to say it. Like basically, I'm asking, you know, what sort of discount is it going to be? Like, is it going to be worth my while? Potentially ruining any ability to, like, ruining our reputation in the town.
She's just gonna kind of like scoff, and she's like, "I didn't take you adventures to be cowardly types. Look, if it's really that much of an issue, you don't have to do it, okay?"
I'm not unwilling. I just want to make sure that the action
Everyone
is
neck, so to be.
equivalent to.
I think it would be
I
best
can't
if you didn't go
words.
through with that, Varys.
When did you get here?
Yeah, hold on a second.
I've been here.
No, you
Wait, I'm
No,
not
you're at the
Holy
other
shot.
building. It's going to take
yeah,
you some time.
you're walking across the town. It's gonna take you a bit.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, you're like here maybe.
Teleportation too.
You're getting there.
Yeah.
So, well, I was going to charge you 10 gold pieces an arrow for these special type of arrows that'll kind of give you a bit more help. But if you do what what I'm asking you to do, I might knock it down to 7 gold.
All right. Pretty significant discount.
Mm-hmm.
May I think about it while you fix my shovel?
I mean, it'll only take me 5 minutes to fix your shovel, but sure, take all the time you need.
Thank you very much.
As she's kind of patching it up, she looks to Xeris and goes, "What about you? Do you need something?"
Any way you can make my bow a little more fortified?
Uh,
Basically extinguishing you by like a +1 bow or something.
Unfortunately not. I'm not really in the whole magical, thing. I know it's strange, I'm a fairy. You'd think I'd have some sort of magic or whatever, but no. Unfortunately, I don't do that sort of thing.
Oh.
Alright. At this time, Rolian, you now have entered into the shop.
Hey.
And on that note, I'm gonna walk out of the shop and go towards the other one, see what he's got.
Okay. So, Rolian, you are now in the weapons shop.
I wave.
Is Misty, the person who owns the shop, clearly identifiable?
Yes, she is about 3 feet tall, is floating off of the ground with dragonfly wings, and looks like a much more colorful version of Velocity.
And she's repairing.
And she's repairing the shovel.
The shop. I quickly look around the shop. What do I see? Like, what's on display?
Okay.
You see me waving at you.
Yes. You see a double-bladed scimitar, which is a weapon that has a wooden haft in the middle with 2 scimitar blades on either side. You see a weapon that has a brass hoop with sharpened edges. It is a chakram. You also find a shield that has a spike through its center, a spiked shield, or a targe, if you will. You also find a scourge, which is a whip-like weapon that contains multiple heads. A common, less lethal example would be a cat of 9 tails. And a rope dart, which is a long length of chain with a metal dart at the end of it.
So I walk into this building. I'm expecting all of the crafts that they have on the wall. I'm nodding to myself with a wide smile, saying like, "Ah, yes, this is already significantly better than that Dominique shop from across the town."
You have a good eye, friend. What can I do for you?
You have some interesting arms around here. There's a lot of stuff I've never seen before. What's the shield with a spike? Is that purely aesthetic, or does it have a functional purpose?
Yes, my spiked shield. I invented it myself. It is a light martial melee weapon. It deals 1d6 piercing damage and can be wielded in your offhand. You can add a spike to the normal shield for an additional cost of 20 gold pieces if you don't want to outright buy a new shield. Adding a spike lowers the AC bonus of the shield to a +1 instead of a +2, but basically whenever you take the attack action as a bonus action, you can attack with your spiked shield.
Interesting. I'll look over to the other weapons. What is this hoop weapon thing? I don't remember exactly what it's called.
A chakram.
Chakram.
Yes.
Have you ever seen Xena Warrior Princess?
Oh my god, I'm a big fan.
I am a big fan.
It's basically a bladed circle that
Yeah.
she throws at people and bounces off things.
You can use it to like fight like normal, as if you were holding like a circular blade, but mostly it is used for throwing.
It goes
Is it like
bounce,
a
bounce,
frisbee
bounce.
with a blade on it?
It's
That's
a
what I'm
hoop
imagining.
with a blade around it. It's a sharpened circle that you can throw like a frisbee. It does 1d6 slashing damage, has the finesse, light, and thrown properties with a range of 20 to 60.
Does it like bounce from person to person?
It does not. Xena's does because Hollywood, but no. This one
Xena's does because she's mastered physics.
That's exactly it. She Captain America's it. But no, typically chakram. So yes, chakram technically bounce off of armor, but if it bounces, it doesn't deal damage. But the way that this one works is just you throw it. If it misses, it embeds in their armor or what have you. It does not ricochet like Captain America's shield or Xena's
Still hurts a lot.
chakram.
That's what I was thinking. Captain America shield.
Yeah, no, it doesn't do that. It does still hurt a lot though. Originally employed by the ancient Indian warriors known as the Rajput, they would wear multiples of them on their arms and legs and throw them one after the other, and they were incredibly effective.
Huh, neat.
Out of character, that doesn't sound very effective. You have to like throw it and then go and pick it up.
You can also use it as a
Like an
melee
arrow.
weapon.
Same thing like an arrow, but yeah. It's like hand axes. The hand
Wait, does
axes.
it do like
Same
a
thing.
D8 or a D6?
It's a d6 slashing,
Boo.
but it has the finesse property.
Does it come in pairs of twos when you buy it? Or is it just
No,
one?
you buy one.
What about the dart with the chain on it? What's this?
Yes, the rope dart.
Is there any way you could put this in writing? Because it's kind of hard for me to mentally keep up with what's what and what they do.
Yeah, I'll do that. Just a second. I'll explain it and then I'll put this all in writing. A rope dart
Yeah,
consists of a pointed weight affixed to a length of rope or chain. It uses both hands to wield effectively. The weighted end can be thrown swiftly and forcefully at a surprising distance. Rogues, monks, and those proficient with all martial weapons are considered proficient with the rope dart. It does 1d8 piercing damage, has the finesse property, reach, two-handed, and the special property. The special property is the weapon adds 10 feet to your reach for the purposes of attack and opportunity attacks instead of the usual 5 feet. So you can attack from 15 feet away. Attacks made from 15 feet or further with the weapon have disadvantage. So you can do it like with normal reach, but if you try and go beyond normal reach, it will have disadvantage.
This sounds
That's an
amazing.
interesting weapon.
Yeah.
I know there were more than 3 items here, but I don't remember what the other.
The Scourge was the other one, and the double-bladed Scimitar.
Can you explain both of these?
Okay, so the double-bladed Scimitar is a wooden shaft that has basically a scimitar blade on either end of it. It does 2d4 slashing damage. It's two-handed. Whenever you make an attack with one end, you can use a bonus action to attack with the other end for 1d4 slashing damage. And then the Scourge,
It sounds really good.
which is basically a cat of 9 tails, but a lot more scary. Is just...
Does that also do a D6?
No, it does a D8. Let me, creating a journal entry. Misty's weapons. There we go. There's Misty's weapons if you would like to take a look.
Woo!
Scourge does 2d4 slashing damage, but it doesn't have any properties to it.
Sorry. Just sorry since pitch.
Oh, but it's a
Lord.
whip. So you can hit people with this from like 15 feet away. I think.
No, it is. The Scourge is a
I don't get it.
whip-like weapon. It has no properties. The rope dart, on the other hand, does have reach. God damn it!
I wish that. Can you show that on the stream at all? Like, it's
I don't.
great.
I don't think I can, but I can sure try.
Well,
Let
let's
me
not.
see. No, it
The
didn't
double
show
bladed
up on the
scimitar.
stream.
Double-bladed scimitar
I
sounds
don't
like a
get
really
it.
interesting
I
weapon.
don't get it.
Ethan's posted a picture of his character's new hat, and it's just hilarious.
It's just
So-
a picture of a
Why
girl
is it on
with
that body?
Because it's the same
Because
picture
of
that
the picture I
Carrie-Anne-
posted earlier.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. The double scimitar, you can get it. It is 100 gold pieces. Does 2d4 slashing damage with the primary end, 1d4 with the offhand end. It is a strength-based weapon.
Oh. Wait, it's not 2d4 for both attacks?
No, it is 2d4 for the primary, 1d4 for the offhand.
Hmm. I was thinking it's already kind of. I was thinking 2d4 was already kind of low because the greatsword is 2d6, but the other attack isn't even 2d4.
Sorry, is this a double-bladed scimitar you're talking about?
Yes.
It seems a bit weird that it's so much less than a normal scimitar.
Well, those are actually the it's actually from 5e. That is the one weapon I didn't invent.
Wow, that's crap.
Well, if you are
It's not crap, it's for flavor.
if you
No,
are
it's
an elf, there is a racial feat that you can get to increase the damage of the offhand, which would make it 2d4 for each one,
Oh,
which is
really?
almost the equivalent of doing 2d8 damage.
Nice.
Okay, but without spending a feat, it's a crappy weapon. Sorry. If it's worse than the original weapon.
I mean, it does. Yeah, you're right in the sense that 1d8 is 1d8 versus 2d4. It's both have their benefits and their drawbacks.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, the other thing you need to remember is that, I mean, I don't know if it's the same in this setting, but if it's like in normal 5e, people who see a non-elf one of these is going to assume you
Yeah.
stole it.
That's not a thing in this setting.
Okay, good.
That's
'cause
yeah.
that
In normal Faerun, yes, that is that is a condition. That is not the case in this.
Okay, good.
You can wield double-bladed scimitar without having to worry that someone fears that you have murdered and robbed one of their ancestral,
Not even ancestral, it's just the elves of the place.
one of their
Like-
family members.
Yeah. You killed Steve! And just launches at you.
Where did you get that? Nobody could possibly attach two swords to a stick.
It's got Steve's name written on it.
But that's because my name is Steve.
Liar!
Still your lies.
Anyway, I'm glad that's not a thing, because yeah, like that's something you had to weigh in with
Yeah,
you.
no, that is not a thing in this setting. If you have a double-bladed scimitar, no one is going to hunt you down.
Here's what I have in mind, okay? This is going to determine whether or not I buy the weapon.
Okay.
Since it's technically only one weapon,
Yes.
if I were to cast Arcane Weapon on it, does it affect both blades?
Yes. Although I think arcane weapon still only does once per round.
Is it limited to once per round? I'll have to double check that.
The rules. Hello. Nope, doesn't look limited. It's just on every attack with that weapon.
One simple or martial weapon that you're holding. Yep. Alright, then yeah, I would allow that.
Very cool.
Neat.
Yeah, I'll buy the double-bladed scimitar. I'll also
Alright.
buy the rope dart. So I'll be paying 155 GP for both items.
Yep. I will say that due to the nature of the weapon, you can't use Mindcraft to create it until you have spent at least a week with the weapon to understand the balances and the intricacies of the weapon itself.
Okay.
Minecraft. Mm-hmm. Well then, fantastic.
Above table, can you explain to me what the actual effect of these crossbow bolts is to be?
Yeah, it's just going to be an extra d6 damage whenever you. I'm sorry, not an extra d6 damage. Basically, creatures that would be normally immune to magical or non-magical attacks are not immune to these, and they deal an extra d4 damage to fey creatures.
Oh shit! All right, yep, I'm gonna go drop some die. Let's do this.
All right.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what it meant in terms of game mechanics. So yeah, that's good. That's really good. I was just hoping for the first, so yep, let's do this.
All right. Okay, so
500 of them. 5,000 gold.
All right,
I
so
don't have that much gold. Or else I
Loans.
definitely would.
All right, since you're
Debt.
heading that way to do that, I assume.
Well, I assume I need to talk to her. Do you want us to roleplay it, or are you just happy to be like?
I just don't
Is
want
the
to.
rope dart an original weapon? Sorry.
Yes, I mean it's technically a real weapon in real life, but yeah, it is a homebrew weapon.
I was just wondering whether or not I could import it from the plutonium thing.
No.
Okay.
No.
It's not there.
Which weapons?
Also, we don't talk about that thing.
Oh,
Anyway. What? Yeah, but no, I do like the double-bladed scimitar. It's a good weapon, I think.
Yes.
It's very cool. I'm guessing the spiked shields, the whole like martial melee weapon, is actually it's still classified as a shield though.
It is.
So you need proficiency with shields. Okay.
Yes.
Just checking.
Momo.
It means I can't use them. It's all good.
Correct. You would need to be. You would need to be proficient with shields.
Yep.
All right. So, velocity. You enter into. Let me find the name of the damn shop.
That was 7. Melody's Apothecary.
Yes, you enter Melody's Apothecary. You find Melody there. You actually know her because you live in the town.
Would I know her also because of my... Oh no, Apothecary, no. Would I know her from gathering herbs, maybe?
Yeah. You know, she
I'm
might
more
know.
a brewer. Maybe the tavern would know me more. I'm not sure.
She knows you. Either way. You could be friends with her or what have you. But she says, hello, Velocity. Is there something I can do for you today? She knows that you don't talk. But she has a pretty good understanding of what you mean whenever you gesture.
She's probably heard me talk before.
Yeah, well, she knows you don't talk often.
Oh, I see. I see how it is.
Racism.
They literally
don't
live
talk-
in the same city.
What?
Cool it, yo. It's fine. All
We're
right.
besties, yo, now.
What can
I
I
want
do
to
for you?
get across my point because we're going on this adventure. If there's anything that they might be willing to maybe donate to keep us all alive, because I don't have much money.
She goes, look, you know, I can appreciate what you're trying to do, but I'm not just going to give you free stuff to go and get yourself killed.
The Velocity nods like she understands.
Payment plan?
She's got like sad eyes and like fluttering them a little bit, doing the little body wiggle.
Don't give me
Help me
that
do a
look.
persuasion check.
Look, I'll knock off a little bit of the price, okay? I can't give it to you for free, but I can sell it to you for a little bit cheaper.
I sort of dig into my gold purse and I'm like, I got like 5 gold in there. I just empty it out onto the contents of my hand and just sort of like looking at it and then looking at them, looking at Melody and then looking at it and just like big old doe eyes.
Melody looks at it and goes,
It's like it's a hand to the heart, like that's all I've got.
Spirits, I knew you were poor, but I didn't know you were flat broke. Look, I can't even give you a health potion
like,
for this
shiny
amount.
new short sword. It's like I got a short sword, so like now I'm broke.
Yeah,
You
okay.
could offer to like go get ingredients and stuff. Like you could do labor and stuff.
Okay, look. All right, I tell you what. 5 gold. I'll give you a healing potion. Just look. I know my siblings are planning to do something. Okay, just whatever they're planning, stop it from happening. You can have your healing potion. Okay.
All right, I'm like nodding. I'm taking this charge. I'm gonna become protector of the shop. And for the rest of the time that I'm not literally sleeping, I'm gonna like walk around the shop and around the outside and just keep an eye out on everything. You just hide yourself a bodyguard for 1 healing potion.
Alright, so she gives you the healing potion, takes your 5 gold pieces, and goes, honestly, I would be more suspicious of Misty than Dominique. She's usually the one that instigates these things. Just try and keep an eye out.
Velocity nods and does a little salute. Mimes, like looking around, being very vigilant.
She gives a salute back and followed by like a wave of her hand for like, yeah, whatever. She doesn't seem to have high hopes for your task, but...
Oh.
Y'all gonna die.
Alrighty.
Oh, no.
So, we'll go ahead and change places. So, first things first, Ceres, you're heading to the weapon shop?
To the armor shop.
The armor shop? You were just at the armor shop and then you left, I thought.
No, I was just at the weapon shop. That was the dummy Dragonborn.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yep, alright. So you are heading into the into the armor shop. So you come in, after they've discussed it, you see the man working on a hat, talking to his bar. And he sees you and goes, welcome. What can I do for you?
Hopefully you got something more useful than your sister's got.
Yeah, no joke. You don't strike me as the kind of person who wants to buy just a silly piece of metal. You want something with class. And sister, have I got something for you. What can I get you for? I can get you some leather armor. I can get you a nice pretty dress. I can get you, some boots that are a heck of a lot better than the ones you got on. Let me tell you, girl, you're never going to find a man that way.
He looks down, she's just barefoot. Looks back at him.
Oh my god, are those your feet?
Oh no.
A little dirty, but whatever.
Why are you barefoot in my shop?
Barefoot all the time.
That's disgusting. Do you know how unsanitary that is? Look, I know it's considered polite in some cultures to take your shoes off, but you sure as heck don't put your stinky feet on the floor after you've been walking around in the mud and muck.
If you'll...
God!
I don't keep them clean. Anyway, business or not?
Look, yes, just for the love of God, stand outside. I'll come and get it from you. You're tracking mud into my store. Gross.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Wait, and Yura's just gonna kind of like, with a wave of her hand, just kind of like prestidigitate the mud and stuff away.
Thank you. At least someone's got manners here. Jesus. I mean, Crystal Dragon Jesus.
Crystal Dragon Jesus.
Before you ask, yes, I was raised in a barn.
I can tell! Just go get out of my store! I'll be with you in a moment.
Onomatopoeically.
Oh dear.
Lord,
Right,
I think I got a hose around the side. Rinse them off or something. Sheesh.
Okay, fine.
Person has never heard of a mop, obviously.
Clearly!
I mean you. I'm not
Okay,
there.
she'll,
So
Oh,
she'll
well.
step outside and she'll clean off her feet, and then she'll come back inside.
Your feet are already clean.
Hey,
We
listen,
already
I
cleaned
know.
them for
It's,
you.
it's
No,
for
you're
him,
clean
not
the
for
floor.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
She'd honestly, she would probably like with one motion do the floor and then like with another motion the feet, so that it's
Okay.
just like okay, yes, just
Okay, still, it is kind of unsanitary. I do ask that you stand on the porch of the store. I will come to you.
She just kind of rolls her eyes and goes, "All right."
please.
So, do you have a handout of his armor, stuff like that? Because I know you mentioned a couple of different things you could add to stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nintendo, don't sue me for singing Yoshi's Story. Or actually, it's Yoshi's Island, but you know. Alright, there we go. There is the list of Dominique's alterations available to you.
Goodness.
Ooh, you know what? Okay, then how much was it for a studded leather?
Studded leather is. Let me look.
Is it market price?
It is market price.
Should be, yeah.
45
usually
gold
45.
pieces.
Yeah.
45. Okay. Let's see. Now, because this is all party-based stuff, how are we all dealing with this whole party resource stuff?
We're all
Yep.
running
Was
off our
divided
own
last
stuff.
time.
Yeah, except for like anything we deliberately share in the party.
Okay, because there's 500 party gold right now.
Correct. That
Yeah,
needs
so
to
in
be
the party
Yeah.
resources, that should actually not be there. Everyone got 100 gold at the last session.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
should be
I
divvied
don't
up
know what
already.
Kiva's doing. The party loot
Okay.
notepad thing
Yes.
is what we update, which is the fifth icon across looks like an open book.
Yeah, no, I already have open. I was just making sure that's like that was accurate and that's supposed to be there, like before I. Okay.
I don't see any gold.
I didn't actually know that was there, so thanks for that.
Yeah, that's whenever I've been like putting it in the thing. That's where I've been putting it.
Yeah,
All
cool.
Like we did in Roll20. But
Nice.
yeah.
Then
Back
can I get
before.
a set of studded leather, and can I have it with those straps?
Which straps?
The tailored straps for the +1 to stealth checks.
Okay, that would be a
245 gold.
correct.
All right, that'll leave me with 5 gold pieces. Done.
Okay, so wait, are you getting the gold from the party loot?
No, this is from me, and then plus whatever else.
Where did you get the
So you gave
200
me
gold
100.
from?
Give me 150 off the start, and then if it got divvied up already, you're saying it got divvied up from the other 5. Is what you're saying?
No, the
got
5
divvied
was
up
divvied up before
went.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Never
Yeah,
mind.
sorry, we can't retroactively include you in that weren't there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. I just wasn't sure how that could. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I only have 150 on me.
Basically, in terms of money, what we normally do is like if we find a stash in the dungeon, we just chuck it in the party loot, and then later because it's just
Fair
easier
enough.
that way.
Correct.
You know, I guess I'll start with the studded leather, and then I'll see after everyone's done buying stuff if I couldn't get the straps before we go.
Okay. That'll be
How's that?
45 gold.
Right?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Then, yeah,
Ayura, what are you doing?
She's just kind of mulling over the. She's mulling over the sort of offer that he gave her because she is interested in learning how to do the. She is pretty interested in learning how to do some of the same stuff he does, though it doesn't take like a genius to know that like if he engages with her like in this sort of way that all it's going to do is just going to keep kind of continuing the cycle.
Correct.
So
But honestly,
she's going to kind
based on
Go
their
ahead.
age, they've been doing this for hundreds of years. So, you refusing to do it will not, break the cycle, and
No.
doing it will also not, hinder the cycle.
Oh, well, that's information I could have benefited from. Thanks, Kiva.
she's going to
I'm so
she's gonna ask about like what exactly would putting this like dead slug in the forge end up doing? Like, is it going to? It's not going to cause.
No, it'll
anything,
just
right?
stink up her. It'll just stink up her shop. It won't do anything dangerous. She is my sister, after all.
Well, I suppose I can do something a little bit.
naughty.
I suppose I could do something a bit mischievous every once in a while. If I had access to something like an invisibility spell, I could have my familiar do it. But
Sorry, fresh out of that.
yeah,
Anyway, here's the slug. And he hands you like the large jar with like the dying slug inside. You can see like literal green stink lines coming off of it.
Okay. And she's going to just kind of use Mage Hand to kind of like gingerly handle it, and she's just like, ew, ew, ew.
Alright.
Ew.
Good luck. I'll see you when you come back.
If you don't want to handle, just hand it to me and I'll take care of it.
I
Like,
would.
whatever, I'm already filthy. I don't care.
He's going to like walk out, and I guess well, he said he was going to talk to you outside of the
Correct.
outside the store.
He came out
right?
and got the studded leather order.
Okay. Okay. If you can, perhaps very sneakily put this in the forge. I'm not necessarily the most agile. He said that he would teach me some of the things that he knows about sort of some sewing techniques that might bring